It is one of the most famous addresses in all of sports. 4 Pennsylvania Plaza in Midtown Manhattan, directly between 7th and 8th Avenues from 31st to 33rd Street in New York City. It is the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. But for the first time in 27 years, this arena has come to life like a generation has not seen before, because the NBA Finals are back at MSG. And the Knicks, unlike last time when they were in the finals and returned home, they were down 0-2 to the San Antonio Spurs in 1999. This time around, they come to the Garden against the Spurs, up 2-0. And Knicks fans all across New York City and all across the world know that 2 wins on their home floor gives them an NBA championship for the first time in over half a century. The atmosphere is almost unexplainable tonight at MSG as it's Game 3 of the NBA Finals, the San Antonio Spurs and the New York Knicks. Hello, one and all. I'm Matthew Owens. Welcome to MSG. Thanks for having us in for Game 3 of the Finals. It is truly an incredible atmosphere. The cheapest ticket you could buy to get into MSG tonight for this game was around the $8,000 mark. There are superstars everywhere you look. You can't swing a dead cat in this arena without hitting a celebrity, a dancer, a musician, an actor, or what have you. We expect that when it comes to playoff time at the Garden for the Knicks, but this is the first time, as I mentioned, in 27 years that we've had a finals game in New York. It has created quite the atmosphere, quite the buzz. Of course, news has been about it, not just sports news either. All the news outlets have been building up to this night in this arena. So, you might ask yourself, with all of this hype, could it possibly live up to it? Well, so far through the first 2 games of these finals, it has lived up to a lot of the hype. 2 terrific games. The Knicks stormed back to win Game 1 on the road in San Antonio. Then, on Friday night in Game 2, the Knicks were out to a large lead. It was the Spurs who stormed back. The big comeback fell just short by 1 point. So here are the Knicks now. 2 wins away from their first NBA title since 1973. Is it possible for them to win these next 2 games at home and complete a wild sweep and send a parade through this city like we've never seen before? Yes, that is very possible. But the San Antonio Spurs, they're a team that's not going to panic. Remember, they have trailed in postseason series 3 times this year, including twice in the Western Conference Final against Oklahoma City. They trailed that series 2-1 and then again 3-2. Came back, of course, to win it in 7 games. They've been right there with the Knicks all series long. They have confidence that they can come to the Garden and win on the road. But as anyone would tell you, when it comes to playoff games here at Madison Square Garden, you're playing more than just the Knicks. You are playing the lore of MSG. You are playing the crowd. You are playing the history on top of the Knicks. Tina Fey is got floor-level seats, Ben Stiller, Timothy Chalamet, all of the normal suspects, along with, of course, Spike Lee. They're all in attendance and more, including the President of the United States tonight, to watch the first finals game here in this arena in over a quarter of a century. Can the Spurs spoil the party, is what everyone's asking. We will soon find out. Derek Jeter is here, New York sports legend. He is seated right next to Eli Manning, New York sports legend. This place has an aura about it at all times, but tonight it is most certainly something special. So the Knicks up 2-0. 2 home wins away from an NBA championship. The Spurs, they haven't lost 3 straight games since the early portions of the 2024-25 NBA season. So it's been a long time since the Spurs have lost 3 in a row. They're trying to avoid it here tonight. Knicks coming off of that performance on the road where 3 different players scored 20-plus points. Karl Anthony Towns was a big story with 21, 13, and 4. He's outplayed Victor Wembanyama so far through this series. It's, of course, those 2 who will meet up in the middle of the floor to jump center and we get ready for Game 3 of the finals, Wembanyama and Towns, the matchup we've all been waiting for. From Madison Square Garden, Game 3 is underway. It's Wembanyama and the Spurs who control the opening tip. Stephon Castle wraps a pass at the top of the arc. Victor Wembanyama dribbles right, hands off. De'Aaron Fox in deep, wraps it back to Wembanyama. Running start into the lane, tried to dish it off, knocked away. Castle recovered, flipped left corner, free to fire three of Fox. Off the heel, no good, and the rebound ripped away by Josh Hart for New York. He's been a rebounding machine in this series and in the playoffs. At the other end, Jalen Brunson gets in the lane. Fadeaway jumper, 8-footer, missed short. Rebound down to Wembanyama. It's the first time this series that each team has missed their first shot of the game. Castle off the top of the arc. Wembanyama sets a screen. Castle skips up the right lane line. Wrapped it back up top. Champagnie cross-court pass. Vassell finds it before Anunoby can knock it away. Given to Fox, slithers in from the left. Fade back jumper over Hart. Skips off the rim to our right, no good. Rebound claimed by Towns. Given on ahead for Brunson. Diagonal forward for Bridges. Bridges will set the offense rather than Brunson here on New York's second trip up the floor. Towns a screen. The pass by Bridges to his right over the head of Anunoby. Defended well by Vassell, out of bounds. A Knicks turnover. Quick inbound by Fox as he throws it into Castle. Reigning Rookie of the Year in the NBA from last season. Drives in from the left, goes right at Towns, draws a crowd, kicks right corner. Fox in the lane, throws up a lefty lob, and Wembanyama over the top of everyone flushes it down. Two-handed Wemby slam starts the scoring in Game 3. Josh Hart brings it the other way. Spins his way to the left elbow and throws it away again as his cross-court pass was meant to find Mikal Bridges, who had cut away. It's out of bounds. Back-to-back New York turnovers. The Knicks turned it over 12 times on Friday night's Game 2. Inbound comes to Castle. Hart picks him up defensively. Screen Champagnie. Castle has Towns. Switch on to him. Castle dumps it in. Wembanyama gets the entry feed. Spins on Anunoby and crams it down with the right hand. Brunson dribbled it off his foot the other way. Wembanyama couldn't collect the steal. Hart's got it. Centered back. Anunoby dish to Hart in the lane. Spins it back outside. Bridges out of the left corner. Fakes a three. Now he'll take it. Wembanyama got a fingertip to it to reject. Castle away with the ball. Here comes San Antonio. Swung to Fox behind a Wembanyama screen. Charges into the paint. Kicks it out. Left corner. Vassell hoisting a three. Buries it, and it's an early start for San Antonio, 7-0. They have gotten out to good starts all series long. It's keeping it going with the depth of the Knicks. It's been their problem. Towns top of the arc, swings it left. Hart is wide open for three, and he cans New York's first shot. Hart hasn't done a lot of scoring in this series. In fact, he did no scoring in 18 minutes Friday night. He was in a lot of foul trouble. Hits the three there to give the Knicks their first points. Here's Castle, dribble drive inside, goes at Bridges, hoisting up a shot from underneath the cylinder. He banks it in, plus a foul, and a chance at a three-point play for Steph Castle, who won a national championship collegiately at Connecticut. He'll go to the line here as he tries to win a professional championship over the next, what for the Spurs would be at least 4 games. As I mentioned, Spurs have gotten out to really good starts in each of the first 2 games in this series, but the lack of depth compared to that of the Knicks has been their problem. Castle's and one free throw spins off the right side of the rim. Towns secures the rebound. Outlets on for Brunson, who hasn't had a lot of the ball early. Backs down Castle into the lane from the right, fakes left, goes back right, fade away, high off the glass and good. He had to throw it high off the glass to get it over the outstretched hand of the 7'4 Wembanyama. And Brunson gets it to go at the other end. Fox lost the dribble, got it back, and got fouled as he was pulled back by Bridges. That Brunson basket, as tough as it gets, fading away, got it not only over Wembanyama, but Castle was the primary defender who he had to get it over, and then after it got it over Castle, Wembanyama was there to try to block it. Of course, Wembanyama already with 1 block already in this game as Landry Shamet checks in for Bridges, who just picked up a very quick second foul. Inbound Fox, knocked away by Anunoby, rolls out of bounds on the far side. It's off Anunoby last. It's yet another New York turnover. That's 3 in the first 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Inbound comes to Brunson. Bounced it ahead. Towns will have it. Oh, and now Brunson is called for an offensive foul as he got tangled up with Castle. They go to the deck. It's an offensive foul on Brunson. Plug NBA with us in the comments as he always seems to be. Also, Glenn Judd is with us from Paulsbo, Washington, one of our new favorite places around here, of course. So off the third turnover from New York, Castle into the front court, throws up a lob from way outside. Wembanyama catches, comes down, elevates to the rim, and lays it in on a finger roll. He thought he got fouled. There was no whistle, but Wembanyama's got another bucket, and the Spurs have made 5 straight. Here's Brunson trying to turn on the Jets against Champagnie, who shoved him. It's a foul on the floor against Champagnie and the Spurs. Castle with a great feed as Hart and Towns were there to double. And Wembanyama with a catch anywhere near the rim. Normally he's going to score. Brunson far side front court to trigger in. Castle arms in front of him defensively. Puts it into the far right corner. We're trying to get free as Anunoby. Leaps to the right, blocks. Slipped outside Hart. Extra pass. Shamet's loaded up for 3. Off left wing, misses long. Fox helped the rebound into the hands of Castle. Here comes San Antonio. Castle charging left elbow. Centered up top. Wembanyama fakes a 3 on Hart. Hands it off. Castle lines it up from the left arc and splashes it down. And San Antonio is red hot. They've made 6 in a row after missing their first 2. Brunson, a zigzagging drive, tried to split through 2 defenders, draws a foul on the floor that will go against Vassell. Don't think they're going to call that in the act of shooting, are they? Brunson is heading towards the free throw line. That would be a pretty loose definition of continuation, but they are sending Brunson to the free throw line. So he will shoot and knock down the first. I have no idea how they can call that in the act of shooting. One more coming for Brunson. Brunson, of course, has been exactly what the Knicks needed all postseason long, and throughout this series he scored 30 points in Game 1. He had 20 in Game 2 to go along with 5 rebounds and 6 assists. Second free throw misses short, and Vassell charges in to secure the rebound. Diagonal outlet left side of the floor for Castle. Picked up defensively by Hart. Wembanyama and Towns are fighting at the top of the arc as Castle holds the ball. Wembanyama sets a screen. Castle fights through it, gets to the foul line, pulls up on Hart and hits the 15-footer. He rattles it home from the foul line, and the Spurs just cannot miss right now. And Castle has 7 of their first 16 points. A long inbound feed came to midcourt. Hart takes it, swings it on a reversal. Brunson, extra feed right corner. Shamet couldn't get free of Wembanyama, so he'll try to drive by him from right to left. Shoveled back out. Hart elevates for 3 and knocks it down. 2 hits from the outside early for Hart. Spurs are running. Wembanyama stops right arc. Fakes the 3. Now he drives on Anunoby. Euros to the basket. Goes in. Scores off glass. Plus a foul. Wembanyama has a chance at a 3-point play. The foul is on Towns. And the Spurs still are not missing. They've made 8 in a row from the field now. And made 8 of their first 10. Stepped right around Anunoby to get to the rim, and they're actually calling the foul on Anunoby rather than Towns on the late contest. Wow, Wembanyama, who was held to 7 points in the first half on Friday night, he's already got 8 in the first 5 minutes of the quarter, and now he knocks down the and one free throw. Spurs coming out red hot, and they know they have to. They know they've got to get out to a lead. They've been able to do that. They just haven't been able to hold them so far in this series. They have much less depth than this Knicks team does, as Brunson tried to quarterback it into the left corner for Anunoby. It was knocked away and out of bounds by Dylan Harper, who just checked in for the first time, the Spurs rookie. So it'll stay with New York. All of the celebrities are out and about here tonight at Madison Square Garden as we get a break in the action. So we played just over 5 minutes. The Spurs have made 8 of their first 10 from the field. They're out 19-9 ahead of New York. Game 3 of the finals. JT is with us tonight, would you believe? Now,
1:54 a.m.
Now, of course, he knows the question that I'm going to ask him at some point tonight is not about tonight. But anyway, we'll leave that. We'll leave that for
you
another time.
You mean tomorrow?
Yeah, indeed. That's indeed correct.
No, okay. Matthew, I've got a question for you.
Yes, JT.
Do you know what website I'm on at the moment?
Could be a dangerous question, but carry on.
Ticketmaster.com/dis.
Oh boy.
Oh
boy, here he goes.
And if you know what DIS is, then you can work it out pretty easily. Ooh. There's a lot of sponsor names and numbers on this website. like the United Rental 300. Ooh. I am absolutely living life. I am looking at this scoreboard and going, why am I here?
Well, you live one of the most interesting lives of anyone that I know.
I'm in college in 11 hours, 10 and a half hours, something like that.
Is that all?
That's all, yeah.
What is that? 11 hours from now? What is that for you over there as I try to do the math? Is that like 1 p.m.?
Hold on. How long until I need to make sure that I said that 10 hours, 33 minutes, and 18 seconds is when my next college lesson is, which is 12:30 p.m., which means I need to be up in 9.5 hours.
It's a very late time to go in.
Yeah, I did have a college lesson in the morning, but then I passed my English exams, which meant I didn't have to go to English anymore.
Boy, don't you just love that?
So I no longer have to get up for 9:10 on a Tuesday morning. I am not in college at all on Monday, and I don't have to be in college until 12:30 on a Tuesday, and I'm only in college for an hour on a Tuesday, and I get to be home for 2 p.m.
I need them to give you Wednesday off, as in this Wednesday. Like, can I write a sternly worded letter to whoever needs to know that?
Wednesday is my busiest day, which is like 9:10 till 4:30.
Why wouldn't it be?
Wait, no. Actually, this week it's 9:10 till like 2:30 because it's awards day and we don't have an afternoon lesson.
The
Incredible.
fate of the
Back
free
to the game.
world relies on you being here for hockey tomorrow night. Inbound to Anunoby, muscles in from the left, spins back on Castle. Fadeaway jumper off the rim a few times, and it finally drops. So at least the fate of the free world in North Carolina does. As Anunoby hits that fall away. 19-11, as you see. Good start for the Spurs. Here's Castle throwing up a lob. Wembanyama, tough catch. He tries to stagger away from Towns, but he can't. As he steps out of bounds, it's a San Antonio turnover. It was a tough catch for Wembanyama, and then he tried to wrap his body around Towns in deep on the baseline, and he just ran out of room. Brunson will bring it up with Harper defending. Shamet sets a quick screen. Brunson gets it to him. Lofted to the top of the arc. Towns defended by Keldon Johnson. Towns looks around and shovels to Shamet, who curls and kicks to the left corner. Anunoby puts the three up over Wembanyama. It won't go, and the rebound is secured through traffic by Harper. The rookie out of Rutgers throws it forward for Castle. Knocked away by Shamet. Castle recovered. Fed left for Harper. Screen Vassell. Harper splits through two. Erupts to the rim and finishes with the left hand. Harper's been brilliant in this series. And San Antonio scores yet again. They've made their last 9. Brunson drives right baseline. Comes back underneath the cylinder and back to the perimeter from the left. He's got Wembanyama defending. Shoots a straight on 3 over him. It's way too strong. Hit the glass before it even got back rim. Rebound Castle. one and out go the Knicks. Spurs the other way in black uniforms, white numbers, silver trim. Castle lob inside. Wembanyama goes to work, lost the ball. Forked out of his hands, taken by Brunson, who hits the accelerator despite being 2-on-3 behind. Now he spins it to Anunoby, who drives inside and stuffs it down. Two-handed flush, OG Anunoby. Brunson was going despite being outmanned, and Anunoby got there. Harper the other way. High screen Wembanyama. Harper slides, kicks to the right wing. Vassell shoots the three and splashes it down. And oh my goodness, are the Spurs ever going to miss again? They missed their first 2 shots. Since then, they've made 10 of 11. Knicks ball. Shamet has it outside left. Swings it right. Hart on the wing. Knicks fans are wanting a foul on Johnson inside defending Towns. Hart at the foul line. Tries to lob it in, and we've got a whistle. Foul going against Johnson eventually, and Knicks fans were calling for that for about the last 6 or 8 seconds. Johnson's called for the foul on the floor. Wembanyama will go to the bench for the first time tonight after playing the first 7 minutes and 25 seconds. That'll bring in Luke Cornett, who had the great chase down block of Isaiah Hartenstein in Game 7 of the Western Conference Final. Brunson gets it in near side front court. Hart, return for Brunson, now back for Hart again. Feeds Towns, who hasn't had a lot of ball handling early. Left of the lane, he turns and faces Johnson. Cornett trying to make up his mind whether he wants to help. Instead, it's out to Hart, 2 to shoot. Up for 3 goes Hart. He's hit 2 already. This one's high off the rim. No good, and into the arms of Fox. Diagonal outlet Vassell. Back to a trailing Fox, who staggered his way to the top of the key. Shamet shut him off. Given to Johnson. Drives left baseline. Goes to the rim. Misses. Cornett offensive rebound. Wrapped outside. Reload. Vassell feeds Fox off left wing. Shamet defends. 4-on-44. Fox steps back. Just beyond the left elbow. Mid-range jumper comes up short. Cornett was boxed out by Towns for the rebound. It was claimed by Hart, and now Hart spinning forward the other way. Throws it wildly cross-court. McBride gives up left corner Towns. Cornett's there to defend. Towns steps up the baseline. Got away with a push-off that went uncalled, and he's able to drop in a running floater up the left baseline. He shoved away Cornett, and they swallowed the whistle. Spurs ball. Harper tried to chisel in from the right against Brunson. Fakes right, goes left. Fadeaway jumper off the heel. Spurs have suddenly missed 3 in a row. They go 1 and out. Hart the rebound. Head down drive at Harper to the rim. Banks it up and in. And then Hart and Cornett have a coming together. Hart gets up and shoves Cornett. Jordan Clarkson comes out off the bench to try to cool down the temps here. There was nothing intentional about that at all. We've got a Spurs timeout. Cornett was going to get the ball to give it to the inbounder. Hart didn't see him. They clanged into one another. Hart fell down and got up and thought it was intentional. It most certainly was not. Give a lot of credit to Jordan Clarkson. Knew what was happening straight away. He raced off the bench to try to keep his teammate calm, but Hart still got up and gave a shove to Cornett. There was nothing malicious about that from Cornett. Hart with a bit of an overreaction on that. Timeout taken by San Antonio as the Knicks have gotten within 7 here. Finally getting the Spurs to miss a bit on the other end of the floor is really what it was. Spurs were 8 of their first 10. They've missed 4 of their last 6. Timeout on the floor.
Oh my, Matthew Owens.
Okay, JT, we got
cars on the track.
We sure do. So
Also,
okay, one of the things we always have to work out on these streams where JT is behind the scenes scoreboarding is what race is JT watching on like Flow Sports or somewhere. So JT, you wanna inform everyone what you're watching tonight while scoreboarding this game?
Summer shootout at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And
On the
what
quarter
is
mile.
so funny is that they use the same caution lights that the big speedway uses, which means they're not racing it, but you can see the caution light in turn 4 is on for no reason at all. Which means every single caution light is on around the Charlotte Motor Speedway, but they're only using the quarter mile on the front stretch. Also, it seems really weird with all the grandstands blacked out.
Yeah.
It is. Here we go.
So that's so interesting that they will allow these cars to run in the damp conditions. I wouldn't think they would have done that with the legend cars, especially with those painted hash marks on the track being wet and slippery. But, wow.
Yes. The rules of the summer shootout is that you are allowed to race in wet conditions and damp conditions. You're just not allowed to race when there is puddles on the raceway.
Now, did I
I
read
I
correctly
love
that
the pace car.
Oh, yes, the pace cars. Oh, my goodness. Now, did I read correctly from a message earlier that Brexton Bush is out there tonight?
He is out there tonight. So is everyone's favourite person, Rue Reeves.
I didn't see Bush in the rundown
Ryan-
there. Did I miss him? Where is he?
Ryan Preece is there.
But where's Brexton? I don't see him in the rundown.
He not in this one.
Oh, I see.
There's multiple. Oh, those cars are sliding and under pace car conditions.
So
That's
there's
about
always
it.
a lot of games that we play when JT joins in. What race is he
Also-
watching?
The pink flag.
Yes, what's all that about?
They have a pink flag at Charlotte for the summer shootout, and that is every single race has a time limit, and they must complete the race in the time limit. If they do not complete the race in the time limit, once the time limit is up, the fluorescent neon pink flag will be displayed from the flag stand. That means the next flag, whether it's a caution or the checkered flag, ends the race.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That
and we're
one's-
wrecking already.
Yep, already.
Was that literally coming to the green? Yes,
Oh,
it was.
on the paint, on the start-finish line. I figured that could happen with these little tiny cars. By the way, during the timeout, we talked about Hart and Cornette having that coming together. They have given a technical foul to Hart, but Devin Vassell at the free throw line has just missed the technical free throw. That was an overreaction from
He
Hart.
stayed green, by the way.
Oh, well, okay. So that was a technical foul given on Hart. Vassell unable to hit the free throw. Pink car through the grass as San Antonio brings it forward into the front court to our right. Black uniforms, white numbers, silver trim. Fox up top, whips it into the right corner. Free to fire as Harper on a three. Rattles off the rim. Landry Shamet has the rebound. And the Knicks bring it back ahead. Home white uniforms for the Knicks tonight as Shamet hoists a straight on three. Missed too strong. Flying in McBride. Could not get the rebound away from Harper. Fox the other way. Shovels it back out to a trailing Johnson. Euros in on Anunoby and pushes it up and in with the right hand with a 6-footer on the run. 26-point first quarter for the Spurs with still 2:40 left in it, as you see. As I was saying, home white uniforms for the Knicks, orange numbers, blue trim. Brunson climbs his way into the lane. Just inside the right elbow, falls back with a jumper that misses and leaks off the left side of the rim. Harper the rebound. Quick outlet Johnson. Back out Harper. Cornette up top. Directs it to Fox. Cornette a screen. Fox turns the corner at the foul line. He's open, and he swishes in the 15-footer in the mid-range. San Antonio by 11. Terrific shooting start to this game for the Spurs. Here's Brunson around a Robinson screen. Climbs left, blocks to the rim. He goes, and with the left hand, flips it up and in off glass. Brunson with a good finish on the inside, his second field goal. Spurs ball with Harper, defended by Shamet outside left. Turn to the top of the key, Cornette, given all kinds of space on the arc as he straddles it. Gives to Harper, driving in, wow! Harper leaps up and throws it down over Anunoby. Dylan Harper! Oh, and then a pass by McBride on the perimeter for Robinson, intercepted by Johnson. He goes the other way. Left-handed layup on the run won't go. It popcorns out to Shamet. Knicks are running the other way with Deuce McBride. He slows down the pace here. McBride feeds it. Anunoby crosses over, drives in, goes at Cornette. Unable to hit the runner, but draws a foul. Dylan Harper. My goodness. Who made that young man so angry? Took out all of his anger on the rim right there. Whoa. Top step of the ladder. Merciful heavens. Free throws coming up here for OG Anunoby. First one is good with just over a minute to go here in this first quarter. Wembanyama and Champagnie are going to check back in here for the Spurs. Anunoby at the line, 9th-year player out of Indiana, former NBA champion with Toronto, winning that title with the Raptors over Golden State in 2019. Second free throw is good, so he knocks down both. And here comes the red-hot San Antonio offense back into the front court to our right. Ball handled by Fox. Champagnie a screen. Fox dumps it up top. Wembanyama plays catch with Champagnie. Wembanyama tried to cross over. Robinson couldn't. Back out. Champagnie lines up a three and slingshots another one. They are shooting 64% from the field in this first quarter, San Antonio. Brunson the other way hits the accelerator at Harper, who finally gets him to slam on the brakes, right blocks. Backpedals to the perimeter with under a minute to go in the quarter. Brunson right elbow, shouldering with Harper, tries to turn right, can't. Tries to find space left, can't. Throws it up, no good. Robinson got it back, then he had it hammered out of his hands by Champagnie. And we get a whistle as the scrap for the loose ball and ended up out of bounds off of Champagnie. So possession stays with New York, but the shot clock is inside of 3. So it'll have to be a hurried sequence here. Brunson bounces it in. Robinson goes up through traffic and draws a foul. A bailout foul there. And it is called against Wembanyama. Now, of course, Mitchell Robinson, who does struggle from the free throw line. That's where he's heading here. He is just 16 of 50 from the free throw line this postseason, 32%. Of course, a lot of the storylines before the series started were revolving around him and a broken pinky, as the first free throw gets a fortuitous bounce off the back of the rim and goes in, and the Knicks fans explode. Knicks fans have been very supportive of Robinson the last couple of years, trying to not hurt his confidence any more than it already is when he has to step to the free throw line. Here comes his second. And that goes around the rim and misses. Wembanyama with the rebound. Again, his outlet, he wasn't looking to see if his outlet receiver was looking for it. Harper fumbled it but recovered. Here's Fox now threading a bounce to Wembanyama up top. He'll launch a three straight on. Missed wide left. Rebound Anunoby. That does give the Spurs a 2-for-1, but Wembanyama unable to cash in. Here's the Knicks into the front court to our left. Final moments of the first quarter. High screen comes from Anunoby for Brunson. Champagnie switches onto him. Shot clock, as you see, hits single figures. Brunson out wide to his right, drives in, steps back, fadeaway jumper on the baseline won't go. Wembanyama the rebound with 8:07 to go in the quarter. Wembanyama calmly gallops into the front court with 3 seconds into this time, as we move into the middle stages of this game, where the Knicks and all of their depth has come through and paid off for them post-first quarter so far in this series. Knicks shot just 42% from the field to San Antonio's 61%. Spurs led by as many as 12. Their lead at the end of one is 11 in Game 3 of the Finals.
Matthew,
JT.
I see that Jay-Z is at this game.
Yes.
Now, I think I've worked out who he's supporting with his Empire State of Mind.
Did you figure that one out, did you?
I think I did. In this concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
Very good.
But what team's dreams will it be? Is the question. 2:14 a.m. by the way.
Of course.
Yep. Man, he's rolling the dice at Charlotte.
Oh, we've had a winner, have we? And it's looks like a 7-year-old.
The number 2.
Seriously, how old is that kid? Good God. Rug Rats Racing. That's
He sounds like a teenager, but he's a kid.
no, that's yeah.
Have you seen what Pocono have done for Bush?
No, I have not.
They could have like got the spacing right on the letters on the start line, but here we are.
Slick
No.
Nick Newsom is his name.
I don't think that's his first name. I think that's his nickname.
Yeah, I think yes. Well, I do like the nickname. We've lost nicknames these days. Slick
Hold on.
Nick Newsom. That's quite good.
Is that the car which I think I see on the inside? Is that the 18?
Oh.
Green machine? Yes, it is. Here comes Brexton. Where does Breck start? Inside 6th row, I think. Awesome.
By the way, to our Paulsbo, Washington native Glenn Judd, how's the weather out there today? I'm going to assume it's much better than it was here in NC today as the second quarter gets underway. Knicks with possession. Alvarado dumps it inside, and Anunoby back out Shamet, trying to find space right corner. He can't. Flings it cross court. Alvarado a dribble drive, and he hits the running floater with the right hand. Boy, they start this quarter, and ABC just is not ready for the quarter to start. Here's Fox.
Neither finds his graphic.
Fox drives in, kicks to the left corner, and Carter Bryant, the rookie out of Arizona at age 19, drills a three out of the corner pocket. Spurs still shooting the ball extremely well. Here's Towns. Rifles a pass left corner. Drive in McBride. Kick out far corner. Alvarado with Castle draped over him. Alvarado trying to get rid of him. He finally does. Has some space. Whipped up top. Shamet takes a deflected ball. Shoots a three that Bryant blocks. Rebound to Castle. And the Spurs have it again. Castle feeds Bryant out of the right corner. He thought about another three, then instead rolled his way to the inside against Alvarado, who shut him off. Hooked it back to the perimeter. Airborne catch Wembanyama, who starts the second quarter on the floor. Knocked away by Towns, recovered by Wembanyama, given to Champagny. Left arc three, wouldn't go. Missed it wide right. Rebound off the floor taken by Alvarado. Alvarado brings it into the front court. Bryant defends. Alvarado spins away. Shoots it into the right corner. Anunoby a bounce pass. McBride, left corner beyond the three. Zigzags. Now launches the three. Clatters off the rim. No good. And a foul against San Antonio going for the rebound. Someone pushed Towns to the floor. And that foul against the Spurs. I don't know why we come back from break and we've missed 4 seconds of the second quarter. It seems to happen every night. And then, it gets us all scrambling on camera and behind the scenes.
Thank you for the graphics, Prime, or whoever deals with these graphics.
Jordan Clarkson checks in for New York for the first time. 0-0, replacing Deuce McBride. So Anunoby and Towns are the only two starters that are currently on the floor for the Knicks. Alvarado gets it in for Towns. Straddling the arc left wing. Drives at Bryant through a crowd. Slings it into the left corner. Anunoby, a falling away three. Had no chance to go down, but they call a foul on Castle. That's a bailout foul committed by Steph Castle as Anunoby never had a chance to make that, but Castle's left hand got him in the ribs. And it'll be 3 free throws for Anunoby. Poor foul by Castle. So Anunoby to the line. And his first one goes down. Tomorrow night, the Stanley Cup Final continues with Game 4 between the Hurricanes and the Golden Knights from Las Vegas. It'll be here on the channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Time as Vegas, after their wild double overtime win on Saturday night, goes for a 3-1 series lead, while Carolina looks to even the series after their Unbelievable 4-goal comeback in the third period. Ended up falling short with an overtime loss. Anunoby hits the second free throw. He's got one more to come. He's already hit 4 free throws, has Anunoby tonight. That's supplied half of his 8 points. Third free throw is good. He hits all 3. 9-point game. Bryant tries to inbound the ball. Clarkson wouldn't let him get it to Castle, so instead he pitches it on for Champagnie. Given back to Castle to bring up the floor with Shamet squaring up on him defensively. Castle drives at Shamet, hits the spin button to the left elbow, works his way inside, and Shamet is called for a reach-in foul.
Rexton is currently 10th with yellow, 21 to go.
Okay. I keep glancing down every now and again, and I see them running a very wide line that if that track was dry, they would not be running.
Yes, indeed.
They called that foul in the act of shooting, so Castle will try a pair from the line. He hits the first. Bridges back in for New York, replaces Shamet.
We do have to choose rule here, by the way, Matthew.
Oh, okay.
And everyone's going for the high line, and only 2 cars at the moment. Now 3 have gone for the low line.
Castle's second free throw bends the knees, flicks the wrist, and knocks down both. John McEnroe in the seats tonight as well. He was just in Paris yesterday calling the French Open final between Alexander Zverev and Flavio Caballi. Made it back to New York quickly. Alvarado dribbles into the front court, ball in his left hand. Towns sets a screen. Alvarado gives it to him. Towns from the foul line fakes a shot, back out. Alvarado, shot clock at 6, down to 5. Alvarado at the top of the arc, tries to drive by Wembanyama, pulls up with a fade back jumper, knocks it down, plus a foul going on the Spurs. It's not on Wembanyama fouling the shooter. It's a foul away from the ball. Alvarado hits the tough contested shot over Wembanyama. And then away from that, Towns got shoved to the floor by Bryant, and they called that foul. So you're going to get an and one free throw to be taken by Towns. The foul, a loose ball foul on Bryant. Towns has just one made basket so far in this game on only one attempt. He'll search for his third point after his big 21-point, 13-rebound game 2 on Friday. He hits the free throw. 3-point trip down the floor there. Just over 2 minutes gone, second quarter. Spurs by 8. Castle the other way. Charges in and goes right at Towns, and Castle to the rack. Finishes strong with the left hand. Quick trip up the floor for San Antonio, and Castle's into double-figure scoring already. Towns at the top of the arc has Castle all over him defensively. Towns pivots right, hands off right perimeter. Anunoby tries to shoulder off Bryant, drives up the middle, feeds Clarkson, free to fire, loads up a 3 out of the left corner, and rips the cords from downtown. Jordan Clarkson off the bench with a triple. Spurs back up the floor to our right. Fox handles the ball outside left, zigzags and kicks right corner. Wide open as Castle misses the flank 3. Anunoby the rebound. 2 hands and outlet for Alvarado. Spurs are back defensively, forcing Alvarado to cool his jets. He directs traffic with an outstretched left hand. Wanted Bridges to come over. Instead, he tossed it to Towns. Towns with his right foot inside the arc. Now he drives at Fox. Shovels it up with the right hand and scores. And then again goes right into the face of Wembanyama, who wasn't even the primary defender. Towns has been doing that all series long, flexing on Wembanyama. Castle the other way. Wembanyama sets a high screen. Castle had it poked free. Bridges a steal, diagonal outlet. Anunoby tipped it, has it. Now he's wide open to shoot a right wing 3 that he knocks down, and the crowd is ignited. Timeout, San Antonio. And the Glamour Club sitting first row on the floor. Ben Stiller and Timothy Chalamet, who are new bestest friends. High-fiving Spike Lee as this is a 2-point game, and these are the kinds of runs.
Max is off.
These are the kinds of runs that the Knicks have gone on second and third quarters of all of these games when their depth just wears down San Antonio. 8 straight points to the Knicks. Timeout. And what was that about Brexton now?
He's off.
Has surely
Just-
never run in conditions like this.
Went straight over the grass in 3 and ended up on the Roval chicane.
See if we can.
Down from.
Can we find him somewhere? Where is he?
He's down from 8th to 10th, so not that bad.
Golly, they're approaching these corners so cautiously, and then they're going in so wide. Trying to find a green car. That blue and white car looks like the old Brendan Gaughan truck.
He's there on the front straight. On the front stretch there, now into 1.
24 cars on this race on a quarter-mile track. That cluster of fans. That cluster of like 6 or 7 fans sitting in like row
Why?
9. Come on. Show us Brexton here before the game restarts, please.
I can rewind to where he went wide. Where's he? He a little bit like he's here.
that would be him. Yeah, there you go.
And then
Oh, and there he
Bye-bye.
went. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did really well to recover and only lose those 2 spots. Through the wet grass.
That is the line that the pace car takes when it comes off.
Yeah.
He's up to 9th now with 9 to go. These cars are going so wide, it looks like they're going to run off the circuit.
Yeah, they're going just so slow to tiptoe their way through. Oh, and that 45 went right into the path of the 21. McNally and Johnson.
Are you sure that's not Barry and Reddick?
The leader's
They've
last
got
name
that.
is the leader's last name is Thrasher.
got-
That's spectacular.
They've got a barrel right on the outside, which is not helping.
Yeah, no, that's been clattered into.
He is thrashing it round Charlotte Motor Speedway.
There's Donald Trump on screen and in attendance.
Because why not, I guess.
Did grow up in New York. Claims that he is a lifelong Knicks fan. Everyone loves to claim they're a lifelong Knicks fan these days when they're winning. Larry David's out here tonight. And then you got that one. Look at that one in a yellow shirt with floor seats at a finals game at Madison Square Garden. He's staring at his phone. Oh, my gosh. What are we doing?
When I tell you, not one person was looking down, staring at their phones during the Carl Busch tribute at Brands Hatch on Sunday. I'm telling you, not one person was staring at their phones.
Yeah, I bet. Back
Incredible.
underway here. Knicks on an 8-0 run to get within 2. Spurs ball out of the timeout. Dwindling shot clock. Castle outside left. Foul away from the ball. Going against the Knicks. It's against Karl Anthony Towns. There's that one again. Yellow shirt just staring at his phone. Why are you here? You probably paid like what I would pay for a house.
Oh, that was close.
Spurs inbound. Wembanyama tries to spin his way in on Towns. Contested jumper in the lane was halfway down and it popped out. Knicks fans rise to their feet as Towns stood his ground defensively there on Wembanyama. Now Alvarado at the other end at the foul line. Shoveled out for Hart. Hart zings it into the right corner. Bridges back to the perimeter. Clarkson for Hart. Helped around the horn. Alvarado. Now Towns off one leg. Fadeaway jumper left baseline. No. Wembanyama secures the rebound, slapping at it. Harper hits the accelerator the other way. Shovels it back to a trailing Castle. Angles in to the rim around Hart and banks it home. And Castle with a little flexing done towards Hart after that muscular basket in transition. Brunson at the table set to check in at the next whistle. So too is Robinson. Castle's hit 5 of his first 6 shots. He's got 13 points. Bounce pass Towns outside left. Return Alvarado. Backpedals left corner. Wembanyama the defender. Alvarado shoots a 3. Misses wide right. Bridges kept the rebound alive. He got fouled. Harper called for the foul on the floor.
Rexton very nearly joined the car park. Where the... See if I can find it here.
Oh.
Yeah, very... There was a car park off the track in 3 and Brexton had to narrowly miss everything.
Wow, yeah, he did.
And somehow he's been off twice, but he's still in 9th.
Yeah, there you
He's not lost a position.
Knicks on the inbound. Brunson into Towns. Drives right at Cornette. And finger rolls it up and in. Towns starting to get into a rhythm after a slow start. Champagny drives right up the middle. Quarterbacks it into the left corner. Harper lines up a 3. Won't go. Cornette didn't read it good enough off the rim. Clarkson finds the rebound. Knicks can tie or take the lead. Clarkson sprints right. Drives his way in. Cornette covers him off. Clarkson back out for Bridges. Knocked away by Harper. Out of bounds. It'll stay with New York. Shot clock at 10. Wembanyama takes a seat on the bench to get a breather. 9 early points for Wembanyama. Not a lot of scoring since. Brunson will trigger in far side front court in front of the New York bench. Does so for Hart. Hook towards the inside for Towns. Knocked away by Cornette. Stolen by Harper. Harper in transition. Knicks get back defensively. Harper stashes it off left wing. Castle against Brunson. Castle, who has 13 points already. Back out Harper. Right wing 3. Halfway down, popped out. Towns tried to tap the rebound to himself, but it's out of bounds off him. So it'll stay with the Spurs. Shot clock will recycle to 14. Mentioned the 13 points already for Castle. He only had 14 in Game 2 on Friday night. He's already nearly equaled that total. Inbounds left baseline. Vassell fumbled it. Got it back and then had it stripped. Clarkson with the steal. His outlet is intercepted by Castle, who emits 3. Muscles it up and in off glass plus a foul. What a tremendous play by Steph Castle. He is popping off early. So you had Clarkson steal it off the inbound from Vassell, but his outlet was out in front of Hart. Castle picked it off. Then 3 Knicks were around him while he went to the rim off the steal, and he scored despite the bump from Towns. Steph Castle going off here early. Castle's and 1 free throw is good. Towns picked up the foul, and now he's off to the bench. That was his second. Brunson the other way. Hard screen at midcourt from Hart on Castle. And Brunson drives in for the left. Flips it up wildly off the glass and good. Spurs running back quickly. Castle feeds Champagny. Feeds the right wing. Harper attacks. Goes by Bridges to the rim, and Harper scores. Harper and Castle having terrific halves. Knicks ball. Clarkson steps back left wing, drives at Champagny to the rim. He goes, and Clarkson floats it up and in. Back and forth we go. Fans aren't having any chance to sit down. Castle zigzagging drive, lost the handle, got it back. Oh, and then Castle goes in, and he just rifles it up and in on the run. And then we get a whistle. Castle's calling. Castle wanted a foul on that. Knicks are calling for time. Steph Castle. My goodness, he is white hot here to start, and he has a case there that a foul should have been called. His elbow got hit by Anunoby. At the trajectory that he got that off on the run, I don't know how he put it down, but he did. And a New York timeout.
Matthew.
I think JT's got something for me here.
Restart with 3 laps to go.
Okay.
Brexton outside 6th row. Look at this avoidance.
Well, the inside lane would not get going. The Brendan Gaughan looking car leading, and he is getting roughed up going into the corner. And then there's a mess at about 6th. Bush around the outside of it. Car's on the grass.
Brexton was so close to being tapped by that red card that went around. So he He went from like 13th to 6th.
Well
And now
played.
we have another caution. Yay. I love caution motor speedway.
Why have Charlotte Motor Speedway when you can have Caution Motor Speedway? Incredible. So these stands are the busiest I've ever seen them. They were actually pretty. They were decently busy before the rain arrived.
They do pretty good ticket sales for the summer series, from what I've seen.
Bush is still being put ninth, but I don't believe that for a second.
The dog has arrived, by the way, Matthew. And has just knocked something because I heard something go crash.
Is that 72 or is that T2?
Let's see when they scroll through the top. That looks like T2.
Truett.
It's not on here. Wow, incredible. Is it going to be on the next page? No. Okay. Awesome. Oh yes, it is. It's cut. Apparently that's 11th, but it's in Pit Road. How can that be 11th?
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
Right. Where's right? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Bush is 6th. I was right. Thank you.
Getting ready for play to restart here. Spurs had a 12-point lead in the first quarter, but as has the script has gone so far in this series, Spurs with good starts. Then the Knicks wear them down with fresh legs. Brunson gets the ball inbounded for Bridges. And Brunson will bring it back up after a handoff. Accelerates into the front court to our left. Vassell defends. Now Champagny switches on to him. Brunson pushes it off to Anunoby. Drives in from the left. Kicks out Hart. Fakes the three. Then throws it to the left corner. Tipped away by Harper. Recovered by Clarkson. Left corner Anunoby steps back and fires a three. And knocks it down. Anunoby swishes down a corner pocket three. Knicks back within 2. New York in the bonus for the final 4.5 of this half. Harper winds out right, drives in for the left of the rim, rejected by Anunoby. Out of bounds, it'll stay with San Antonio. Anunoby with those long arms, long wingspan, getting that one easily. Inbounded Champagny, catch and shoot three out of the left corner, way short. Rebound Hart, behind the back dribble at midcourt to try to get away from Fox. Spurs get back defensively. It's back to Bridges off left wing, now Hart around the horn. Brunson right wing, three up and down. New York has the lead. First of the night. Same script as the first 2 games. Game 3 is following it. Fox the other way to Wembanyama. Pulls up at the foul line. Leaks it into the left corner. Champagny back to Wembanyama. Right arc three is up and through. Wembanyama rips the cords from downtown. And the first New York lead of the night was very short-lived. Hart brings it back up across the timing line to our left into the front court. Back to a trailing Brunson who waves away Clarkson. Vassell defends Brunson and they clear it out. Now Anunoby comes to clog up some running lanes, and then Champagny now defends Brunson. He'll drive on him, up with the floater, repelled off the front of the rim, rebound pinballed around between Hart and Harper, and it's off of Hart. And we've got another pile up. 45, 45, and 48.
245.
Goodness. Eli Manning loves what he sees next to Derek Jeter.
I thought Tyler Reddick has had enough issues
Yes.
the past 24 hours.
Here's Fox into the front court for San Antonio. 2-point Spurs lead. Wembanyama high screen. Fox pulls up, throws up a lob. Wembanyama! Whoa! Up from the clouds with a one-handed flush. Knicks ball the other way. Anunoby out of the right corner, trying to get free from Fox off the right lane line, steps back through traffic, lost the ball. Fox takes it away, stolen and brought back up, and Wembanyama behind the back feed finds it open. Harper, left wing three, no. We've got a foul going for the rebound as Brunson ends up on the deck. There's Henrik Lundqvist, I recognize him. Look at him go. Hank. As Brunson is still down here. May have landed awkwardly on his back. And I think the Knicks coaching staff is wanting to challenge this. And the coach that was up from the bench with that index finger in the air is Jalen's father, Rick Brunson, who has certainly made his appearance known in this series a lot so far. Of course, Rick was on the last Knicks team that made the finals in '99 that lost to the Spurs. Did look like Brunson got shoved, and we are getting a review. So we're getting a review on the court. And while they do that, JT's going to have to waffle a bit because work is calling. What are they doing?
It's 2:41 a.m. My God. So yeah, official review at the moment. Officials at the monitor, and
it's been determined that there was no unnecessary contact and none of the criteria of the flagrant foul present themselves, as there is no wind up with the speed, no impact, and no follow through. This is a common foul. There's a penalty for 2 shots.
well, there we go. That is the outcome of the review. Let's see if Matthew returns, because if not, this could get very interesting very, very quickly. But the MSG has exploded. I've just had the fader off in my ears. They are shouting like anything. Official is over there on the Knicks bench. And to the free throw line. Will Brunson go? Benzani's first one is up and is good. 54-51. And the second one incoming for the Knicks to make it a 2-point game. Bounces the ball 3, 4, maybe 5 times. Benzani's is up and it's good. And it's a 2-point game here in MSG. Ball is back in. And it's lost, and it is a turnover as we jump in. Layup is good. And we've got a tie game here in New York. 2:36 left on the clock. It's Wemby with the ball just outside. Now inside, back to you, Matthew, as it's up and it is good. 2-point lead for San Antonio.
Very good. So we had the review, and Fox, with that basket, puts the Spurs up by 2. Should get paid extra for taking phone calls after hours. Brunson outside, pitches to Hart, shoveled into the right corner. Anunoby drives in and throws it down. Two-handed stuff from Anunoby. 56-56 as we go to the final 2 minutes of the first half. Castle has the ball. Cutting out to his left on the perimeter. Brunson defends. Castle throws it in. Wembanyama spins, forces it up. Glass and rim miss, but he draws a foul. Wembanyama will go to the line. The foul is on Anunoby, who had the dunk at the other end.
Thank you for returning, Matthew.
Very welcome. Tried to make it as quickly as I possibly could.
Are we getting the time? We're getting the green and pink flag, I believe.
Ah, Wembanyama's first free
Here-
throw is good.
Here we go. I never thought I would be saying we're going to get green and pink.
Anunoby with a 17-point first half, as the green and pink flags fly simultaneously. Wembanyama misses the second free throw. Knicks ball into the front court with Bridges, centered for Towns. Towns to the left elbow, muscles in. Wembanyama comes over to help Castle, whipped out Hart, feeds the left wing Brunson, shot fake, dribbles left elbow, back out Hart, free to fire, three is up and down. Another Josh Hart three. And the Knicks lead by 2 as we approach the final minute of the first half. Hart with a 13-point first half. He went scoreless in game 2. Castle backed out, now gets a running start, goes at Anunoby, flips it up high off the glass, no good. Rebound New York. Hart swings it. Brunson off left wing, fake the three. Now he'll settle the pace before he reverses to the left corner. Anunoby drives, skips right corner, Bridges extra, Hart extra up top. Brunson straight on a three, hits it! Dynamiting some threes here down the stretch in the half. Brunson buries another. Knick fans at full throat. Fox drives in from the right on the lane line. Fade back jumper, no. Snatched by Towns. And again, the Knicks stretching their legs the later we go into the first half. Here's Brunson against Castle. Brunson off right wing. Backpedals, left-handed dribble, settles, all the way back out to midcourt. Now he'll drive. He's got a runway. He bounces it to Towns, who goes up and gets fouled by Wembanyama, who ends up on the deck. Good hesitation by Towns to get airborne, to get Wembanyama airborne. And Towns will go to the line. Wembanyama goes airborne and ends up falling over Towns, who will go to the stripe. So
There's
free throws.
something I bet you didn't see today. I didn't think that you'd see today, Matthew.
Yes. Less than 10 seconds to go in the half. Towns able to hit the first free throw. Game 2 on Friday night. Knicks had a big second quarter, outscoring the Spurs by 13 in the second quarter Friday night. They outscored them by 1 in the second quarter of Game 1. They have, much like the Vegas Golden Knights, have owned every second period of the hockey final. Knicks have owned all the second quarters here in the NBA Finals. They've scored 41 points in this quarter, New York. And Towns makes it 42 as he hits both free throws. The lead up to 7. Spurs have a final possession of this half. Fox into the front court. Reversal. Wembanyama up top. He'll drive at Towns. He spins. He fades away with a jumper at the buzzer that comes up short. And we reach halftime with the Knicks up by 7. A 42-24 second quarter scoring margin in favor of the Knicks. And the Garden is alive and buzzing and hopping as New York has a halftime lead in Game 3, 64-57. Trailed by as many as 12 in the first quarter. Knicks led by OG Anunoby, who had 17 points. Jalen Brunson had 15. Josh Hart, who went scoreless in Game 2 with 13 first-half points here tonight. San Antonio relying on Steph Castle and Victor Wembanyama. Those two have combined to score 33 points. Castle with 18, Wemby with 15. Halftime in Game 3, the Knicks 64, the Spurs 57, and even after that hot shooting start from San Antonio, the Knicks end up outshooting the Spurs in that first half. The Knicks shooting 58% to San Antonio's 53%. Whoa, and the start of this race. Goodness. Well, inside row 1 starter nearly lost it, and he has lost already about 8 positions.
One's off in the glass. Caution. Oh. To quote the announcer, we've got chaos in turn 3.
JT, you've gone very low to us.
Have I?
Yes.
I don't know why. Is it better?
It is.
That's nice. It might have been because I was not speaking directly into the microphone.
It could have been. That could have been a factor. Could have played a factor.
Might be one of the issues. Now, if you couldn't tell, I put the mic far away from me just because I could on that last one. Yeah. Are you okay there?
I mean, I could do the same if we really wanted to. I mean, I could just call the game like... I could call the game like this the rest of the night.
I don't think the TikTok would appreciate that, Matthew.
What was that?
I don't think the TikTok would appreciate that.
Oh, no. There are people on TikTok that don't appreciate anything, but that's just social media as a whole.
I'm not going to question why they're jacking up the front of the car, not the side of the car, but the car. That's what happened in the nebulous.
Let's see here.
How long is the halves normally in the finals?
They're very low again.
Oh my god.
Now, what was that you last asked?
How long are the halves in the finals?
So NBA
'Cause I know-
halftimes are normally 15 minutes, but with it being the finals, they very well could be 18.
Okay, awesome. Noted. Thank you. I am literally speaking directly into the microphone. I don't know what else you want me to do.
Oh, dear.
I have just tested it and it sounds okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Awesome. I haven't touched a thing. I love my microphone systems. They always work. Definitely.
No sarcasm there. By the way,
GP2 microphone, GP2.
By the way, some people may be interested to know that our World Cup broadcasting schedule is coming together quite nicely.
Oh, is it?
We've had
Do I need
some.
to have a look at it again?
Yeah, you might. You could. World Cup, of course, starts this Thursday. Matt White.
Oh, a lot of a certain color has been added.
Yeah, and some more colors to be added soon, we hope. Different colors that's never been before on this dock. But yes, Matt White and I will be with you this Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for the opener of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Co-host Mexico taking on South Africa.
Did you say you and Matt White?
That's correct.
Okay, because I'm having to dual this document. I'm having to copy exactly what's on this document to the JVM document.
Oh, are you?
Yes. That's good.
Ah,
That's good to know.
another crash.
Put it out for the 1000th time.
We'll have both games for you on the channel on Thursday. Mexico, South Africa at 3. And then the late night game at 10 p.m. Eastern Time between South Korea and Czechia, the artist formerly known as the Czech Republic. Could not get to the mute button in time to cover off that sneeze. I beg your pardon. Came quickly.
So, I need to add someone to the JVM chart.
Mexico and South Africa, by the way, in Mexico City. South Korea and Czechia from Guadalajara.
I never thought I would be adding this person to the screamer part of the JVM treatment.
Isn't JT amazing? He produces all of these broadcasts. He keeps us entertained, and now he's producing the broadcast while he's underwater. It's quite incredible.
What?
Because that's what it sounds like.
Matthew Owens, come in.
There he is. There he is. A lot clearer than before. Is that Danilo Gallinari in the studio for Prime? My gracious.
Who?
Need to turn that into a sounder. Just you going, who?
Do you like this sheet, Matthew?
I do.
Okay, awesome.
We might need to share that with the unnamed person. I don't want to put his name out there in case, something were to happen where he can't join us. I don't want to promote someone that, we're going to bring in and then, circumstances happen where he can't. But we might need to send that to him because he was asking earlier if I had it in a spreadsheet, and I said no, I have had no time to put it into a spreadsheet.
He's part of the JVM team.
Okay, very good.
He has access to this spreadsheet.
Oh, well, good. See, I didn't even know this. I didn't even know a World Cup spreadsheet exists.
This is the JVM broadcast schedule. So this is all the motorsport combined with all the World Cup.
Oh, I see. I got you.
And will later be all of the Wimbledon as well.
I see. So we might need to send that to, or just poke him by saying, "Here you go."
I'm interested about the 15th of June game. I don't even need to mention what time. You instantly know what game I'm talking
yeah,
about.
I bet I do. Yes.
That is, of course, definitely Belgium versus Egypt. I would message said person, but I don't think he will like a message at 3 a.m.
Well, no, probably not.
So I will. Are you doing double duty there, or is that Yes, you are, because then you're yeah. Awesome, that makes sense.
What are we talking about?
You're doing double duty here because you're commentating one, producing another.
Oh, I see. I see. Yes.
Because we have the streamers and then we have the availability here.
Very good.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
we need multiple people to pitch in on producing Matt White streams. That would be
We
great.
still haven't worked out the 16th of June one.
Yes, and we would rather not miss France if we can, because, well, for obvious purposes. I did also send a message to again, I won't say any names. I don't want to call them out without their knowing on air.
Do I need to go to the Twitter DMs?
Well, yeah, sure. But I have reached out to him and no response there. I haven't spoken with him in a very long time, so I do hope he's well and okay. Where is JT? There he is. So I hope he's doing well.
Oh, him. He is very busy.
Is he? Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good when people are staying busy. Like when good things happen to good people. Yes, and we did come up with an agreement that Matt White is on Pocono this weekend rather than Netherlands-Japan, because if you look at the NASCAR schedule, Matt White is set to miss a lot of races because of the time of them. San Diego's too late, Chicago's too late, Atlanta, North Wilkesboro, they're all too late, Indianapolis, he's away, Richmond is too late, he's away for New Hampshire, Daytona and Darlington are too late. So he's done all these races at the start of the season, but after we get through Pocono this weekend, he'll only do like one race for like the next 10 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go, Matthew.
Ah, yes.
Behind
Okay.
the scenes chats. That is UK, not USA, by the way.
Yeah, of course. Here's a comment on the TikTok, by the way, that I just got. Could you try doing some Formula Drift battles? I can't stand their commentators.
I cannot agree or disagree about their commentary. Matthew on Formula Drift would definitely be interesting.
And then just people tagging Dale Earnhardt Jr. and NASCAR on my TikTok as if that's going to do anything. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, but I think Dale Earnhardt Jr. and NASCAR is going to look at that. No. Mr. Mosby says, thought I was listening to MRN for a second. Mr. Mosby's profile picture is questionable.
Do I need to go on?
I'm about to send it to you on Twitter.
Okay, thank you. I don't know whether I should be concerned or not. Okay.
Don't zoom in too big. That'll be nightmare stuff.
I pressed the wrong button.
Oh, thank you, JT. Thank you for that. The other problem with the World Cup scheduling is that it's overlapping with the NBA and Stanley Cup Finals, so we don't know what games are necessary. And I could possibly do more.
Right, so if there's not a Game 7, you would do Ghana, Panama?
Yes, if there was not a Stanley Cup Final Game 7, I would do one of the late ones, whether it's Ghana, Panama, or Uzbekistan, Colombia.
Noted.
Because, that totally sounds like a World Cup game right there, Colombia and Uzbekistan.
And then if you're not doing Game 7 of NBA, you'll do Brazil.
Brazil, Haiti, for sure I would do that one, yes.
Yes.
So actually, you know what I should do is I should just highlight both of those blues, shan't I?
Then that would confuse me.
So the way we're going, I don't think we're going to have an NBA Game 7. I mean, the way it's going, we might not even have an NBA Game 5.
Okay, I have been distracted and I've lost where I was. Okay, I'm up to I'm up to
JT loves scheduling. I do as
Wow.
well. I really enjoy scheduling.
And Sweden. England, Panama is already done.
OG
Hold on.
Anunoby caught
I
up.
already had Seth on this sheet, and I've added him I've added him twice now.
Oh, look at you. Double the Seth.
It's catastrophic.
One Seth Eves is enough, I think, for everyone.
Oh, definitely. Okay. Where's Norway, France? There you are. Also, JB wants to put stuff on JB Sports, so I don't know what's happening with that.
Yes, Norway, France is one of those that we have to find a way to get done.
Ah, you've added a blue, sneaky. There we go. Have you also... No, you added a blue here. Anyway, notice how I kept your blue on this chart.
Yes, you did well.
You're welcome.
Ooh, are we getting ready for the second half to start?
We are. So I
Oh.
better reset the scoreboard quickly. Oh gee.
With second half underway.
Are you okay there, Matthew?
That blew by very quickly, that halftime. All the scheduling talk. Here's Brunson into the front court, and he had it jarred out of his hands, and that ball bounced off the heel of Anunoby and out of bounds. So that's the Knicks turnover to start the second half. 7-point Knicks lead, scored 42 points in that second quarter. Castle brings the ball the other way. Hart knocked it free. Fox recovered. Spurs on offense. Fox loops the ball cross court. Champagnie cuts in. To the rim he goes. And with the left hand, Champagnie scores. Julian Champagnie hits that one on the run. 5-point game here early in the second half. High dribble from Hart. He nearly lost it as Champagnie came over. The bounce pass for Towns was jarred loose by Wembanyama. Out of bounds off of Wembanyama last. It'll stay with New York. Shot clock at 10.
Matthew.
JT.
Notable names in this race is Keelan Harvick,
Oh.
Tyler Reef, and Landon Huffman.
Oh, very good. Towns throws the ball away. He was trying to get it inside to Brunson, cutting up the baseline. Brunson couldn't catch it. Knicks turnover, second already in the first minute of the half. 9 for the game. Here's Wembanyama outside right. He'll drive in on Towns. Towns shuts him off. Wembanyama looking for space. Throws it cross court. Champagnie catches. Loads up a three. He hits it. Plus a foul against Brunson, who didn't give him room to land. And Champagnie still down. Now gets help to his feet by teammates Fox and Vassell. And immediately, we've got an official going to the monitor with an announcement.
Review this closeout to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
And they are going to review it to see if, as you heard, it should be upgraded to a flagrant. Champagnie not given the room to land by Brunson. And he came down on the left foot of Brunson, and Champagnie rolled the ankle a bit. So it's a three-pointer from Champagnie, plus perhaps a foul that they are reviewing. And this will be an interesting review. Very quick announcement.
Blatant foul.
Anytime.
Well, and Knicks fans booing that harshly, but it is been upgraded to a flagrant 1. And Brunson is contesting that call, but again, you've got to give a shooter room to land. We've seen how often those kinds of plays can result in a torn Achilles, which can be, career-changing injuries. By the way, Drew in the comment section, appreciate the comment. Truly do. Very much Appreciate that. I'm not good at taking comments. JT and everybody knows this.
Hold,
I'm not good at
hold on. That sounded like that Matthew was taking a compliment. Hold on, I need to check in chat.
I'm not great. As Champagny misses the first free throw. That would have been the and one free throw to the foul on the shot. Now, the flagrant free throw. But do appreciate the kind words. But I'm never good at taking compliments. I just want to move on. I truly do. Champagny hits the flagrant free throw. So that's a 4-point trip for Champagny and the Spurs. Plus they get to keep possession of it. Inbound near side front court. Vassell in for Castle. Wembanyama fades away. Castle off left wing, twirls Champagny back to Castle. He's wide open. Left wing three in the air. Clatters off the side of the rim. Anunoby's got the rebound. Could have been a 7-point trip. Brunson at the other end turns his back to Castle and tries to bounce in on him. Spins right underneath the basket. Throws it back to the perimeter. Anunoby's got it there. Big first half from OG. Give it up top, Brunson. Right wing for Hart. Return for Brunson. Champagny switches to him. Shot clock dwindling at 2. Brunson drives in. Floater up over the top of Wembanyama. Won't go. It comes right back to Brunson, who hits a twirling fadeaway from the left lane line. Brunson was able to get it back. And a second opportunity that he buries. Champagny top of the arc. Up for 3 at the other end. Slides off the rim. When Wembanyama and Anunoby were fist fighting for the rebound, it came to Bridges, who forwarded it for Hart. Back to Anunoby trailing. He'll drive inside. He's got all kinds of space. And he dunks it down. Wembanyama was sealed off by Towns. And Anunoby crashes in for the dunk. 19 points on 6 of 7 shooting for OG Anunoby. Here's Vassell up high. Screen for Fox to drive in at Bridges, and he staggers his way to the rim. Misses the runner with the left hand, but draws a foul. By the way, I haven't looked at the subscriber count tonight. Oh, and we have added 2 subscribers. We're getting ever closer to that magic number of 4 digits. Can we hit it before we go live for the World Cup? Fox hits the first free throw. Stanley Cup Final Game 4 tomorrow night here on the channel. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This is my 7th straight day of doing a stream, by the way. Fox hits the second free throw, and it's very possible that I will have another 7. I could end up being on a stream for 14 consecutive days. Take that, JB. I don't mean Jalen Brunson. Here is Brunson with the ball up top. Champagny switches onto him defensively. Brunson trying to dance around him. Late clock. Brunson in the lane. Bounced it to Towns. It went off his shin. On the floor. Castle gets it away. Wembanyama the outlet. Vassell the other direction. Got grabbed by Hart. And that's going to be a transition take foul, I think. Hart gives the foul, and it'll be free throws for Castle as the Spurs are able to get up the floor in a flash off the takeaway. JB, of course, was on air Sunday.
Oh, we got a bit. Oh.
Oh, no. 73 is around. JB was on air for like a marathon day. He was like doing a telethon on Sunday because of Gateway going so long. Vassell hits the first free throw. Vassell at the line, not Castle, by the way. My mistake. So Vassell at the line hits the first. But has he been on 7 straight days? I think not.
Have I been on 7 straight days? Probably at this point.
Vassell hits both free throws, 1-point game. I'm going to start a verbal war with the folks at JBM. We're going to create like newsworthy rivalry here of dual streaming channels. Here's Anunoby outside left. Wembanyama defends. Anunoby fakes the 3. Wembanyama closed out. Given to Hart. Stashed over to Brunson and then away from the ball. Contact between Wembanyama and Anunoby, and a foul is called on Victor.
Look at this mess, Matthew.
Oh, yeah, you had 73 spun and 72 had nowhere to go. That foul on Wembanyama, his second. Inbound far side
Six-
front court. Brunson
62 was pushing him into the
It
inside.
was. Here's Anunoby driving left baseline. Wembanyama comes over to double with Champagnie also there. Flipped back up top. Brunson threads it. Bridges. Feeds right corner. Hart rises up for three. He's had a good night from three. Misses that one off the front of the rim. Champagnie popped the rebound to himself. Ahead in transition. Fox down the middle of drive. He draws a crowd. Goes up. Ball jarred away. And we've got a whistle and a foul going against New York. Spurs will inbound from underneath. Knicks fans are looking at the big board up top, and they're wanting Mike Brown to challenge. He's not. Castle inbound short corner right. Vassell wrapped up top. Wembanyama given left wing. Champagnie out to Castle on the drive. Kicks left corner. Fox is free to fire. He's short on the three, and Hart was there to secure the rebound in New York. Holds the lead and now handles into the front court with Brunson. Downhill a drive. He went right into the body of Fox, draws a foul, and throws up a wild shot that he makes. And they give him continuation. Chance at a three-point play. So Brunson will go to the line. Chance at a three-point play. And he connects on the free throw. 71-67. 4-point game. 4 minutes gone in the third. That three-point play giving Brunson 20 again. Here's Fox threading a bounce pass. Wembanyama pulls up with a jumper and makes it high post right. Wembanyama with the mid-range jumper from 16 feet. He's got 17 points. Here's Towns at the other end, straddling the arc. He's got the much smaller Fox defending. Towns had it knocked away by Fox, but a foul is called.
Another sight which is seen way too often at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The red flag's out, Matthew.
Oh, jeez. Last foul on the floor, so no free throws, neither team over the limit. Brunson will inbound near side front court, does on a bounce for Towns, handed back off for Brunson, defended by Johnson. Hart comes to set a screen. Brunson wants Johnson on him. Brunson climbs the left lane line, up with a floater, off the rim, no. Wembanyama bear claws the rebound. In transition, San Antonio's got 3-on-2. Vassell pulls up and hits a three off the right arc and gives San Antonio the lead back. They are quick as a hiccup in transition, and at the other end, Vassell knocks a pass out of bounds. Stays with New York. Got Champagnie and Fox on the bench getting a breather for Mitch Johnson. Brunson will inbound at far side front court. Castle with arms outstretched in front of him. Brunson gets it into Anunoby, having a big night. He is pressed by Vassell in the midcourt logo. Anunoby goes at him, steps back with a jumper just beyond the left elbow, and he makes another. Anunoby has not been missing tonight. Here's Keldon Johnson for San Antonio out of the left corner. Drives baseline on Brunson. A lot of contact as Johnson wrestles his way inside and draws a foul against Brunson. And it'll be free throws for Keldon Johnson, a first-round pick by the Spurs in 2019 out of the University of Kentucky. Just 2 points so far tonight for Keldon. First free throw, bends the knees, throws it up, and misses off the back of the rim. One more for Johnson at the line, averaging just over 8 points per game in the playoffs. Keldon Johnson, he averaged 10 a game in the West Final, missed both free throws, and Anunoby stabs the rebound. Spurs have missed 6 free throws tonight. Knicks have only missed 2. San Antonio is in the bonus from here on out in this quarter, which still has, as you see, over 6 minutes left in it. Brunson, one-handed pass left corner. Hart throws up a three and knocks it down. Josh Hart has been hitting 3 after 3 tonight after he went scoreless in Game 2 with a lot of foul trouble. Castle on the attack, a blow-by drive in from the right, then he got to the rim, had to go to a reverse, and he left it short with the left. Rebound New York. Brunson in the front court with a high, hard bounce pass for Anunoby, and it was behind him. I don't know why Brunson tried to put so much fire behind that bounce pass. It goes out of bounds, and it's a New York turnover. It is crucial to mention again that they are in the bonus, the Spurs, for the rest of this quarter. Long way to go still in this quarter, and every New York foul will send San Antonio to the free throw line as we get a timeout on the floor here. Just about midway through the third, and the Knicks with a 4-point lead.
I didn't realize they had the way of turning the whole, well, what seems like the whole of New York City blue and orange with the lights everywhere. Didn't realize that was a thing. But here we are. Meanwhile, we're on 1 to go with 5 laps to go at Charlotte. What could go wrong? Everything. Hoffman is currently, well, Keelan Harvick's outside row 3. Hoffman's currently 7th.
Sorry to have to be going off mic so often. I'm coughing up a lung tonight for some reason.
I was wondering whether it was my side or your side.
It's not fun. And I don't think anyone wants to hear that. I would think. Track is drying out quite well.
No way the announcer just said the track has dried out enough as soon as you said that.
I'm in the mind of a lot of commentators, don't you know? I mean, Lord
Okay,
knows.
yeah.
Oh, and a crash.
Okay. Caution, we're 3 to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying how I didn't realize they were able to turn what seems like the whole of New York City blue and orange.
Of course, it's common knowledge that the TV networks that do NASCAR, they have listened to USM broadcasts for many years, just like they did on Sunday when like 12 laps to go and we start talking about Cole Custer, and the very next lap the cameras show Cole Custer, and it's like we're the only people that's going to talk about Cole Custer with 12 laps to go in this race, and then 50 seconds later TV's showing him, which I'm glad they did. Good weekend overall for the Haas Factory team squad, and Cole Custer got a good finish on Sunday in the Michigan 400. See, I choose to use a mute button or go off mic when I'm coughing up a lung. Again, we talked about this a couple of nights ago, situational awareness. If you're going to cough or sneeze or whatever, please do that off microphone. I beg of you. Thank you, JT.
Matthew DMs.
Yes, yes. Thank you, JT. All right, ready for play to restart. Spurs inbound, down by 4, nearing the midway point of this third quarter. Castle handles with a left-handed dribble, throws a high lob up. Wembanyama, tough catch, goes up, misses the shot, but the tap follow goes for Harper. That lob scraped New York's highest skyscraper, and Wembanyama still was able to catch it. Meanwhile, Knicks on the ball at the other end. Brunson pulls up, left elbow jumper, skips off the rim. Rebound down to Keldon Johnson. Two-handed push outlet for Dylan Harper. Up to Wembanyama, top of the key, dumps down to Johnson, cutting to the rim, and he finger rolls it in. That was a great feed by Wembanyama. Went up as if he was going for a shot and then dumped it down to Johnson, cutting in, and this game is tied. Mitchell Robinson back into the game for New York, so Towns on the bench. Here's Hart rolling to the right elbow. Throws it back to the right corner for Brunson. Castle defends. Brunson muscles in, hits the brakes, twirls it back out for Hart. 4 to shoot. Hart in the lane. Fades back with a jumper. Off the lane line. It won't go. Wembanyama protected the rebound from Robinson. Got it ahead for Castle. Spurs looking for the lead. Castle throws it back. Wembanyama trailing. Left wing 3 is down. Wembanyama buries the 3. And with 5 minutes to go in the third, San Antonio's gone on a 7-0 run to lead by 3. Brunson at the other end tries to answer. Can't hit the 3 off back iron off right wing. Offensive rebound tapped out. Anunoby tries one from the far side. That won't go. Another offensive rebound. Robinson floats it back out. Brunson charges to the foul line. Collides with Castle. Throws it up. It won't go, but Robinson is there to steer it in. Robinson with his first basket. Here's Harper at the other end through a bunch of traffic, and he got held up and fouled by Brunson. Oh, where's that red car going? Just avoided spearing
That's
that
the
other
pace
one.
car.
Oh, that's the pace car. Oh, good Lord. Not a part of the
They
race
released
there.
the cars without the pace car.
Not a part of the race there, son. Again, as I mentioned, Spurs in the bonus. So this is free throws for Harper. That last foul on Brunson, importantly, is his 4th. So 4 fouls on Brunson with still 16 and a half minutes left in regulation time.
Do you want to say the thing?
It is time to drop the hammer at Charlotte. Again. Harper has that first free throw just drop in. Hit hard off the front of the rim and crawled over. Wembanyama to the bench to get a breather.
Oh, we got cars, but it is 4. We got
Oh.
2.
Yeah, there goes the 81.
JT jump scare, you're welcome.
81, Kenny Wallace. Still green. Charging back towards the scene of the crime. And is the 81 gone? Looks like he is. Harper's second free throw is good, so he hits 2. Spurs lead
Why
by 3.
have a Dell Jr. jump scare when you can have a JT jump scare?
Alvarado into the game to replace Brunson after picking up his 4th foul. He'll bring it up. Tosses on a bounce to Shamet. Shamet on the midcourt logo. He'll put it on the deck and drive inside, and he got pushed and fouled by Vassell, and then Shamet goes into the chest of Vassell after the whistle. Vassell starts clapping his hands. This series is definitely starting to get a bit chippy. It's just some arm fighting there between Shamet and Vassell, and then Shamet going right after him. Knicks are now in the bonus themselves. Shamet talking to an official on the near side as Towns checks back in to replace Robinson. So Mitchell Robinson goes to the bench to get a breather. So Knicks are now in the bonus after that last foul. They won't shoot here, but they will shoot from here on out. Inbound to Towns. Back to Alvarado at the top of the arc. Cornette comes over to help defend along with Harper. Given up for Clarkson, who fumbled it but recovered it at the foul line. Drives up the middle, scoops it up on the run. It won't go, but he slithers back in to find his own miss and bat it back up and in off glass. Second chance points for Jordan Clarkson. Spurs at the other end of the floor with Fox, top of the arc. Directed for Vassell off left wing. Back up top, Fox. Loops it into the right corner. Driving the right baseline, Johnson. Shamet cuts him off. Johnson banging inside, trying to get closer, and he is called for a foul, or Shamet's called for the foul, rather, on the drive. So for the last 3:40, both teams will shoot free throws on any common foul. Keldon Johnson to the free throw line. He's 0 for 2 at the stripe tonight. Bends the knees. First free throw is good. One more to come for Keldon. Spurs would like as big of a lead as possible going to the fourth. We know what fourth quarters look like with the Knicks. Johnson's second free throw misses too strong. He is not having a good night from the line, and the Knicks are able to corral the rebound. Brought back up by Alvarado. Squared up defensively by Harper. Foul away from the ball going against San Antonio here. So free throws coming up for New York. It's against Johnson. There's Robert Kraft sitting with floor seats. He's right behind Mitch Johnson, owner of the New England Patriots. As Anunoby at the line talked about his big night, 21 points. And he knocks down the first free throw here. He's averaging just under 20 a game in the playoffs. One more at the line for Anunoby. Struggled with a hamstring injury at times in these playoffs. Misses the second free throw off back rim. Harper was able to scoop the rebound with two hands. 1 point lead for San Antonio. Harper takes a screen. Downhill drive up the middle. Goes at Towns, and he muscles it up and in. And then he flexes back as he looks back to Towns after the basket. Harper has been spectacular in this series. Alvarado bounce pass. Towns off left wing. Was open. He faked the three. Drives in. Throws up a runner. Back of the rim miss. Luke Cornett secures the rebound. Johnson brings it back up. In full flight he goes at Shamet. Towns over to collect. And Towns over to knock the ball away and steal it from Johnson, who was just trying to do too much there. Now Alvarado, full accelerator mode. Goes to the rim. Bank shot won't go in tight. Rebound taken away by Harper. San Antonio ball. Harper zigzagging in from the right. Fade back jumper. High off the back of the rim. Cornett with an offensive rebound, and then he gets shoved and fouled by Shamet. And that will lead to a stoppage in play with 2:33 left here in the third.
And now it's time for what it is 99% of this broadcast. It's time for Matthew Waffles.
Wow, turning it over to myself, are we, on that? My goodness. What do I want to waffle about tonight? Do I want to waffle about the Waffle House? I think is a good question to ask. Waffle House, closest one to me is in Walkertown, North Carolina. As circumstances had it, I just had a meal from that Waffle House over the weekend at 1 a.m. I feel like that's when most of Waffle House meals are taken in, is overnight. It was very good. I'm trying to remember the name of what I had. I know what I had. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Let me pull up the menu here, as I will use my waffling time to talk to you about the Waffle House. This is a very efficient show here, and we care a lot about being efficient around here, as you know. So, as I try to quickly pull up this menu, which is for some reason being more difficult than it should. I like how you can't pull up an online menu anymore. You have to pull it up as if you're ordering online to get the menu. But no.
What did I just come back to?
I just want to see the menu. Here it is. It was the Texas Bacon Cheesesteak Melt, and it was quite good. I was talking, JT. I said I want to spend my waffling time talking about the Waffle House, in which I had a meal at the Waffle House this past weekend at the time where most people have Waffle House meals, which is 1 a.m.
Oh my God. Okay.
It was on
Matthew,
Friday night after Game 2 of the NBA Finals.
I have just gone downstairs, and
Yes.
you guys have weird drinks over there.
Yeah, sure.
I think this British drink tops it.
Probably does.
Salted caramel ice cream Pepsi.
Okay. I'm up for trying new inventions. That one does not seem that great as we're banging tires on the restart. Bolin and Rollins were
I'm
wheel
not
banging.
joking. Let me send you a photo.
That just doesn't sound great.
You should open your Twitter.
Bright orange car sticking it up the inside line. Oh, one just went around. Come on, cameraman, get to it. One just got shoved around back there. It's 31. Oh my God!
There you
Salted
go.
caramel Pepsi. Oh my God! Yellow out with 6 to go. I just don't know if that. Well, how is it? How would you describe that?
You can taste the caramel in it. You can taste the ice cream in it. It's a little bit weird, but it's not bad. I have these. In my trip, which I'm making another trip to get some weird British American drinks tomorrow. I got some candy. Nerds Gummy Clusters Pink Lemonade.
Oh, now the Nerds
They
gummy
are-
clusters are becoming quite famous.
They are the sweetest thing I've ever tasted. I don't know what they are more after this.
Luke Cornett hitting his 2 free throws as he was fouled that led to the last timeout. Spurs extend the lead up to 5. Here come the Knicks to our right. Alvarado bounces for Towns off left wing, fakes a 3 over Cornett. Gets Cornett airborne now. Towns steps back, triggers it into the left corner. Alvarado drives, no look pass. Shamet free to fire. Right corner 3 is swished down. Landry Shamet hitting threes all postseason long. Hits another one there out of the corner for his first points of this game. Here's Castle at the other end against Bridges. Swings it left, Champagny. Return for Castle. Cornetta screen. Castle bounces in, kicks out Harper. Extra feet up top. Champagny's free to fire, and his 3 is nothing but net. Just cannot allow Champagny to get that clean of a look. That's his 3rd 3 of the night. Matches the 3 at the other end from Shamet. Now Alvarado towing the arc at the other end. Bounces it into the far left corner for Clarkson. Drives at Cornett. Clarkson floats it up. It slides off the left side of the rim. Towns an offensive rebound and a stick back. Spurs are racing back the other way quickly, but Fox is outmanned 2-on-4. So he hits the brakes. Left-handed dribble right wing. Scoops it left wing. Champagny tries another one. It hits off the rim twice, won't go. Rebound could not be collected cleanly by Towns, but Alvarado got it. Harpoons it ahead to be taken by Shamet as we approach the final minute of the quarter. Shamet directs it off left wing. Towns steps inside the arc. Cornett and Castle double him. Towns is locked in a straitjacket here. He's trying to get out of it. He's struggling to do so. He finally finds Clarkson. Clarkson steps back, shot clock winding down, fires a 3 and hits it! After all of that, Jordan Clarkson hits the bullseye. He's got a 10-point game going, Jordan Clarkson. Tied at 89. Knick fans on their feet. Harper at the other end squares up Shamet, steps back and shoots a 3 over him and hits it. Harper lashes down a 3. What a series the rookie Dylan Harper's having. He's got 13 points on the night. Meanwhile, New York sets the offense at the other end with Alvarado. Feeds left wing for Bridges. He wants to go at Cornett on the dribble. Pulls up with a foul line jumper, and Bridges hits it on the 15-footer. Shot clock dark for San Antonio as Harper brings it up as the clock melts down from 7 seconds to 6. Harper gets a screen from Cornett. Pulls the trigger on a right wing 3. Glides off the rim. No. Rebound tapped around. The Knicks have it, and that's the end of the third quarter. Now we've got a 1-point game. Going to the money quarter of Game 3, San Antonio will once again have a lead after 3 quarters, just as they did in Game 1, where the Knicks stretched their legs and pulled away to a victory. Can they do the same? The Knicks in clutch time, just about unstoppable. They're looking at a 1-point hole as we go to the 4th. In so many ways, this series very well could be on the line over the next 12 minutes. If the Knicks go up 3-0, we know the history. No team in the history of the NBA have overcome a 0-3 deficit to come back and win 4 straight to claim a playoff series. But if the Spurs can get one back on the road, they would feel like they've got a lot of life breathed back into them. Very important. 12 minutes straight ahead. JT, is that it for the night at Charlotte? Is that the end of the card tonight?
Yes, as with a 10:30 curfew.
I
Yes,
see.
it is. They did use the curfew rule to their advantage though, because not many people know this. I was definitely surprised when I heard it, because normally when you hear about a curfew, it's a hard curfew. Racetracks are soft curfews for short ovals, depending on where it's located. If you start the race before the curfew, you are allowed to finish it no matter how long it goes.
Huh.
That is, of course, without rain delays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, it's not technical difficulties, the event's ended. Thank you, Flo Racing. So yeah, for example, they started that race around. What is it? Hold on, let me do the maths.
The maths.
They started that race like 15 minutes ago. So they started it at 10:26, because they started it before 10:30. They were allowed to finish it, and it ended around 10:39. Did you know that rule, Matthew?
I did not, and I feel like curfews are quite a dumb thing to do on races like this. Those cars cannot make that much noise.
Surprisingly, they are quite noisy with how small they are. But yeah, I see your point. They have like 1200cc superbike engines in them, Matthew.
Yeah.
So yeah.
By the way, we have added another subscriber. Whoever you are, we thank you. We're inching closer. As you folks over there would say, we're at 993. Hopefully we're on the air when we hit 1,000. Maybe whether that's tonight or tomorrow night.
As you say, we're about to get to 1,000.
I don't say that. I do not say that, believe me. Fourth quarter underway. Spurs bringing the ball up the floor. Black uniforms, white numbers, silver trim, attacking in this fourth quarter from our right to our left. They lead by 1. Steph Castle throws up a lob. Wembanyama got pulled back and fouled on the floor by Towns. So,
when I meant you, I meant America, and
12.
yes, I know you don't say 1,000. You start from 1,100, but the joke was still there. Okay, thank you very much.
That foul on the floor. Castle inbounds far side front court to Johnson. Return for Castle. Far corner jab stepping at Shamet. Now trying to dance on him. Shamet knocked it away. Castle recovered. Give it wide open to the right corner for a three-point shot that would not fall from Fox. And in the scrap for the rebound, Johnson got tangled with either Bridges or Clarkson. And there's another foul on the floor, and the Knicks have been called for 2 fouls in the first 25 seconds of the fourth.
Here's something that you might not have in America. I know you have Skittles in America, but do you have Skittles Giants?
Ooh, we do not. Inbound Castle. Oh, and up with a lob. Wembanyama throws it down over the top of the New York defense. Alvarado flashes forward quickly, hits the brakes, left corner. He's free to fire for 3. It's off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound pulled down by Shamet. Reload for Alvarado. He'll spike it along cross court for Bridges. Fox defending. Bridges a drive. Short corner right. Shot clock at 4. And Fox knocked it out of bounds away from Bridges. And with the shot clock at 3, the Knicks will have to inbound and will have to set some quick offense. Skittles Giants.
They are 3 times bigger than normal Skittles.
Wembanyama, his eyes are at the level of the rim. This is, oh my gosh. Bridges to inbound. 3 on the shot clock. Holds the ball over his head. Inbound short corner right. Clarkson contested jumper over Vassell. Hit nothing. Rebound San Antonio. Knick fans wanted a foul. Here's Wembanyama off right wing. Slings it into the right corner. Fox turns the corner. Goes to the rim. Got bumped and fouled by Clarkson. And now Knick fans are really about to explode. They've been called for 3 fouls in the first 64 seconds of this quarter. Clarkson called for that one. It's the right call. And it'll be free throws for De'Aaron Fox. What a pickup Fox was by the Spurs last season when they got him from Sacramento. Fox pours in the first free throw. It's where he spent the first 8 seasons of his career. They're making great decisions, of course, in Sacramento, getting rid of him and Mike Brown. Now Fox is playing in the finals. Mike Brown's coaching in the finals. Kings had them both not too long ago. I think I've got a picture of Skittle Giants as Fox hits the second. Oh, my goodness. Fox hits the second free throw. That's about as big as the basketball they're playing with. Here's Alvarado zigzagging his way into the front court to our right. Outstretched right hand as he directs traffic. Protects the dribble with his left. Shamet got knocked down away from the play they play on. Handoff by Alvarado in the perimeter. Clarkson had it stripped. Fox with a steal the other way. Waits for support. Tried to drop it off to Johnson trailing. Ball deflected out of bounds. Alvarado goes flying into the first row of seats down there. He lands just to the right of Derek Jeter. Alvarado making sure that guy that he fell just to the side of is okay. Jeter is about 2 seats over. Now the official comes to check on the young man. Alvarado was right in his lap. It's good hustle by Alvarado to get back into that play as San Antonio got up the floor quickly in transition. Fox will inbound near side front court. What was that?
I was wide as my finger.
Inbound to Wembanyama off left wing, going at Towns. Fakes a spin, fades back, tried to throw it outside. Shamet deflects it out of bounds, stays with San Antonio, shot clock at 12. Yeah, they do look like it.
Look out, scorer's table.
Yeah, look out, scorer's table over there, far side. Vassell now trying to get the ball inbounded. Lobs it up for Wembanyama, who catches on the Madison Square Garden logo far side. Towns defending. Right wing, it's Wemby. Steps back, throws it out of the shot to Fox. Fox steps into a left wing 3. Line drive misses short. Rebound came off the front of the rim. Castle got it, tried to go back up with it. Knocked away by Bridges, who takes it and throws it ahead for Alvarado. Alvarado scoops it back into the arms of Josh Hart. That was a crucial stop for New York as they trail by 5. Hart outside left, cuts back middle of the floor. Given back for Bridges. Defended by Johnson. Shot clock melts from 6 to 5. Bridges, explosive drive from the right. Turns it in the corner. Shamet, off balance 3. It's way off. Rebound spiked into the ground by Wembanyama to be taken by Vassell. Outletted Johnson. Fed the right corner Fox. Jets to the rim. In the lane. Back out. Wembanyama up top. Alvarado shuts him off. Wembanyama swings it. Left wing 3. Castle clanks off the side of the rim. Wanted out go the Spurs. Rebound Bridges. Given ahead. Alvarado. Hart bounce pass. Left corner 3. Shamet off the rim. Rebound up for grabs. Bodies go flying. Fox saved it from going out of bounds. Castle the outlet. Vassell. Alvarado tried to steal it, couldn't. Johnson throws up a lob. Wembanyama up to catch it. Got fouled by Shamet. It's all happening.
They also claim that the Skittles Giants are softer inside. I don't know what that means.
Don't either. Mitchell Robinson set to check back in for the Knicks, and importantly, so too is Jalen Brunson. Picked up his 4th foul in the 3rd quarter, and Brunson has sat since then. He comes back out here. Towns now goes to the bench to get a breather. So Captain Clutch back into the game for New York when they need him. The bat signal is in the sky in Gotham. Castle inbounds. Up top is Harper. Swings it left Champagnie. Drives left baseline up with a soft touch floater. It wouldn't go. Johnson tipped the rebound, but Mikal Bridges has it for New York. Chance to cut into the deficit. They've yet to hit a shot in this quarter of the Knicks. They've missed their first 4. Bridges left elbow trying to change that. Pulls up with a jumper that slides off the rim. Rebound taken by Harper. Harper brings it up for San Antonio. Spins foul line, kick out Castle, extra feed Champagnie left corner, Hart flies by. Champagnie with a great bounce pass across the lane, and wide open for an easy lay-in off glass is Keldon Johnson, and the Spurs lead grows to 7. Brunson backpedals his way into the front court. Robinson sets a pick. Brunson hard dribble to the foul line. Tries to get around Castle. He does. Right to the rim. Right-handed layup won't go. Robinson's tap follow does. Second chance points for Mitchell Robinson. 5-point game. Deuce McBride standing at the table set to check in at the next whistle for New York. Right baseline drive, Harper comes back out on the near side. Given Wembanyama, up top Castle, touched on Harper. Open, spots up right wing 3, missed it way too strong. And Wembanyama got slapped. Going for the rebound. Foul called on Robinson. San Antonio's already in the bonus here with more than 8 minutes still to go. Boy, Wembanyama was working on Bridges down low. He was calling for a lob. Didn't get it, but in the scrap for the rebound, did draw the foul on Bridges, who just picked up his 4th. 24 points tonight for Wembanyama. Steps to the line here. Again, still more than 8 minutes left, and San Antonio is in the bonus. Wembanyama's first free throw is good. He's got 25. San Antonio leads by 6. And what Spurs fans feel is a must-win game tonight. If they don't, they're down 0-3. And no team in the history of the NBA has ever recovered from an 0-3 deficit to win a playoff series. Rarely happens in all professional sports. Only once it's happened in Major League Baseball. Rarely in National Hockey League play, but that's where it's happened the most. Wembanyama hits both free throws. Spurs win the race to triple digits. They lead 100-93. Knicks bring it up with Brunson. Castle was in his hip pocket defensively. They bumped, and a foul was called on the floor against Castle. Knick fans with some sarcastic claps back to that call as they're quite aggravated and annoyed by all the calls that's gone against their team in this quarter. Brunson to get it in. Does far side front court to Robinson. Hands it right back off for Brunson. Robinson a screen. Brunson gets behind Castle. Drives up the lane. Kicks near corner. Free to fires Hart. Can he hit another one? No. Rebound down to Johnson, who climbed up for it, and Castle brings it ahead. Swings it for Wembanyama off the top of the arc. Wembanyama shoots ahead on 3. Oh, he knocks it down! Plus a foul on Robinson! He truly can do it all! Fell down pretty hard. He hasn't gotten up yet, grimacing just a bit, but he's also trying to laugh through some of the pain. He'll get helped up by Champagnie and Castle. The lead is 10, and it may grow even further as Wembanyama will go to the line. Robinson was glaring right at him, tried to contest the 3. Instead, didn't give him room to land. Wembanyama knocked it down, plus a foul. And the Spurs are up double digits in the 4th. Timeout on the floor. And it's a timeout that's been taken by the Knicks. I think they might be asking for them to review that last play, as they don't... I think they're contesting that Robinson perhaps was pushed from behind into the contact on Wembanyama. See what comes of that. As we have been talking about, it is a spectacular summer here on USN. NBA Finals, Stanley Cup Final ongoing. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final tomorrow night on the channel, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Vegas and Carolina with the Golden Knights up 2-1 after one of the best games that you'll ever see in your time of watching hockey on Saturday night. That wild game where Vegas was up 4-0. Carolina scrapped back to score 4 unanswered to force overtime, only for Vegas to win it in double OT. Game 4 is tomorrow night. Then Wednesday night, Game 4 of the NBA Finals, Spurs and Knicks again here in New York. Then Thursday, the World Cup begins at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll hit the air around 2:30 here on the channel for the build-up to the opening match between South Africa and Mexico. Those two nations opened up the 2010 World Cup against each other in South Africa. They'll open up this year's World Cup in Mexico City Thursday. Thursday night, we'll have Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final between the Golden Knights and the Hurricanes. And then, also Thursday night, we'll have South Korea and Czechia from Guadalajara. It'll be a triple header day on the channel this Thursday, June 11th. Friday, we've got Canada's World Cup opener as they take on Bosnia and Herzegovina. Matt White will have the call for you there. And then later that night, the United States open up their World Cup account in Los Angeles against Paraguay. A busy, busy week. During the weekend, we'll have Qatar, Switzerland, Brazil, Morocco. If there's a Game 5 of the NBA Finals it's necessary, it'll be in San Antonio Saturday night. We'll have Haiti and Scotland Saturday night. Sunday, we've got NASCAR at Pocono. We've got Cote d'Ivoire and Ecuador. And then we've got Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final, if that game is necessary that night. As I said, this is the 7th straight day I've been on this channel doing a stream, and the way it's going, I think I'll do 7 more. But we are excited for it. Here is the announcement.
To the shooter. Therefore, this is a successful challenge. It will be changed to an offensive foul. Assess Johnson. Please reset the game clock to 7:46. New York will be charged with a timeout, and they have an additional challenge.
That is an enormous, enormous call. So that Wembanyama 3 does not count. It's called an offensive foul with Johnson pushing Robinson into Wembanyama. So because that offensive foul would have been called before the basket's wiped out. It's Knicks ball, and instead of a 10-point deficit, it's a 7-point game. And here's Brunson off the inbound, slicing through to the rim, and he scores. And Mitch Johnson won't take any time. He'll quickly call a San Antonio timeout to regather his team. What an enormous swing that is. It looked like it was going to be Spurs by 10 with a chance at an and one to make it 11. Instead, that 3 is wiped out, and then a driving layup by Brunson. It goes from a 10-point game, possibly 11, down to 5. Timeout Spurs. Goodness.
It's everyone's favorite week this week. I had no idea. It's Indiana Midget Week
Oh.
for the USA teams.
Redbox with us in the comments, by the way. Let's see. Redbox says, what a wild game this has been. He also says, will you have Canada's opener on Friday? At the current moment, it is planned for us to have Canada and Bosnia-Herzegovina at 3 p.m. on Friday. Matt White, hoping to call that game for you. It really all comes down to JT. If JT is available to produce.
I should be around, but we haven't sorted out OBS yet.
Well, that is true. Yes, that is true. But yes, we do hope to have.
JB hasn't even marked off the NASCAR race, the Indy Next race, and the IndyCar race. Shocking. I guess I'll do it for him.
And our friend Medic is with us down in the Tampa area. Our friend Medic is here, says, yes, love that you understand a mute. had crew hot mic while using the bathroom. Evening, everyone. Hello to you.
Thank you for that information.
Yes. Redbox also asked a very important question. He says, I think I already know the answer, but does JT ever sleep?
No, I don't. I am in college in 8.5 hours. And yes, Matthew, you saw me quickly get the countdown up.
Yes.
If you're even watching my stream at this point, I don't even know.
Yeah, see, the question will be, as you grow older, I know you love to remind us how young you are, but eventually you will grow older. Surely at that
I'm already
point...
there, Matthew.
Oh, okay. Surely at that point, once you get into your 30s and so on, and after college, you'll be like, oh my goodness, what have I been missing out on? This thing called sleep. It's glorious.
Well, no, because I'm getting to do all of these cool stuff, like going to Daytona.
Well, that's true. By the way, if you also are just turning us on and you're new to the channel, we're on the race to 1,000 subscribers. We have added a few tonight. We're at 993. We would love to be on air when we get to 1,000, whether that's tonight or tomorrow night with the hockey.
Press the button.
Tell your friends. Yeah, tell your friends. Press the button. Got 7.5 minutes left in regulation time tonight to get there. Out of the timeout, Spurs lead by 5. They are in the bonus for the rest of this game, which is crucial. Handled by Fox in the front court. Swung right to be taken by Harper. Wembanyama perimeter screen. Harper, cross-court Fox. Left wing three skyward. Off back rim, no. Wembanyama tried to tip the rebound back to Fox, who couldn't get it. Wembanyama thought he was getting grabbed by Towns. He wants Mitch Johnson to challenge, and he will. Boy, this game is grinding to a halt with all these timeouts in the fourth quarter. But Mitch Johnson's going to call timeout. Yeah, Towns absolutely has the right arm of Wembanyama grabbed, keeping him from being able to get that rebound. That should be a quick challenge, and they should come back and say absolutely defensive foul on Towns. We'll see.
But yeah, I don't know how much sleep I'm actually going to get when I'm out in Daytona. Because...
But again, JT, that's 8 months away.
True. So Tuesday now, because we've extended it by a day. Tuesday we get out there. Wednesday we're recovering from jet lag. And Wednesday...
Oh, please.
night...
You won't have any jet lag but
Me, no. Maybe Dad. We'll see. Wednesday night we're at New Smyrna Speedway. That'll end late. Thursday we're not doing anything in the day. Oh, the announcement.
Here is the verdict.
Determined there's a proximate foul to the out-of-bounds decision as Towns grabs Wemby's arm. Therefore, this is a loose ball foul. Wembanyama will shoot penalty for 2 free throws.
That's absolutely the right call. Towns clearly had his hand around the arm of Wembanyama, preventing Wembanyama from being able to get that rebound. So not only is that the right call, but it is a crucial one because, again, remember the Spurs are in the bonus, so as you heard in that announcement there, Wembanyama is going to be shooting free throws to try to extend the Spurs' lead. Good challenge from Mitch Johnson. And we've had 2 successful challenges by each coach, one by each coach, in this quarter.
Thursday, we're not doing anything in the day. Well, we'll be getting to the track. I don't know what time. But then it's the duels, so
Right.
that won't finish until very, very late. And then Friday, we're not doing anything in the day, and then we're at Fallujah Speedway Park, which will go late. Wemby makes it first, by the way. And as then Saturday, we're at Daytona Speedway all day. O'Reilly shouldn't go too late, and then Sunday's the 500. And then
There you go.
Monday is Cape Canaveral, hopefully. It's up, and it's good.
So Wembanyama able to make his 2. Lead is 7 with just over 7 to go. 28 points for Victor Wembanyama. Knicks back on offense with Jalen Brunson. Harper defending. Left side of the NBA logo at midcourt, which includes the Larry O'Brien trophy that both of these teams are after. Brunson trying to get space on Harper, who stays right on him. Vassell comes to help. Bounce for Anunoby, who dribbles to the foul line, fades back with a jumper, and that rattles in. Hit it off the front and back of the rim. Anunoby gets it to drop. 5-point game. Long way to go here. Anunoby's terrific night continues. He's 8 of 10 from the field now with 24 points. Fox behind a Wembanyama screen. Sprints to the left wing. Fox beyond the three, now drives in. Oh, and splits two defenders. He went right between Brunson and Hart, got to the rim and laid it in with the left. Terrific move by the veteran, the crafty veteran, De'Aaron Fox. Now Brunson dribbles at the other end. Hart sets a screen. Brunson has Harper staying on him. Hands it off for McBride in the right corner. Launches a three that misses. Rebound taken on the run by Harper. He's outmanned, but he's going to go to the rim anyway. Reverse layup partially blocked by Anunoby. Taken off the glass by Hart. Given for Towns. Steps into a left arc three. Barely grazed the front of the rim. Rebound drops to Brunson. To the rim he goes. Takes contact and scores. Plus a foul. Brunson with a chance at a three-point play.
Also worth noting, when I say that we're going to do nothing in the day and chill, that means that we have nothing planned, but if there is a scheduled rocket launch at Cape Canaveral and we can make it down with enough time to do the stuff that we are doing in the evening, then we're going to go down there just in case there's nothing happening on the Monday. And if the 500 gets rain delayed, then that'll free up the Monday just in case. Smart, I know.
Incredibly. Brunson at the line. Knocks down the N1 free throw. He's got 25 points. It's a 4-point game. Final 6 minutes here. Will the Knicks take a 3-0 lead? Will the Spurs get back in the series? De'Aaron Fox handles. Wembanyama clear out screen. Fox up with a lob. Wemby taps it off the back of the rim, and it clatters in. Wembanyama adds to his point total yet again. Spurs by 6. Brunson with the ball in his hands as we creep towards clutch time. That's who you wanted in. Oh, Fox nearly stripped him. Brunson had to save it from going out of bounds. He then banks it out of bounds off Vassell, and Brunson ends up on top of the scorers table.
Look out, scorers again.
Brunson was in a coffin corner over there by the sideline and the midcourt stripe. Inbound to Hart, and we've got all kind. What in the world is going on? Hold on. They inbounded the ball, and then you had officials talking to players and coaches, and now we've got Mike Brown upset. I think both of the coaches are upset. What do we have going on here? One of the officials goes over to Mike Brown, now walks away. Brown asking for an explanation of something. That was chaos. Shot clock at 6. So they've got to run this play quickly here off the Shamet inbound, which will come far side front court. Shamet looking, scanning, surveying. Gets it into Anunoby, who's been red hot all night. Top of the arc, Champagny defends. Anunoby steps back with a long jumper, won't go. Offensive rebound, Hart. Back out, Shamet. Loads up a three. Around the rim and off. Rebound, Champagny. Empty trip by the Knicks, and the Spurs try to take advantage of it. Here's Fox slicing into the lane. His fadeaway jumper right lane line won't go. Brunson secures the rebound. Wembanyama looking back at the official on his way back up, wanted a call. Champagny, a steal on Brunson. 2-on-3 the other way. Back to a trailing Vassell. Feeds right corner, Wembanyama. Tries to turn the corner on Shamet. Spins to the rim, he goes, and Wembanyama draws the whistle. Free throws again coming for Wembanyama. Big steal there by Champagny, who will now go to the bench to get a breather. Redbox, by the way, said, I've been living that college life for almost 6 years now. I know that all too well. Here's Wembanyama. Spurs have really taken advantage of getting in the bonus as quickly as they did in the quarter. Shot a lot of free throws this frame. Here's Wembanyama, right foot in front of the left. Free throw up and good. 7-point lead. 31st Wembanyama point. Becomes the second player with 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in a finals game in Spurs franchise history. Easy to guess who the other one is, Tim Duncan, as Wembanyama hits the second free throw. That last foul on Shamet, his 5th. 8-point game. Knicks into the front court. Shamet stays on the floor as Brunson hits the accelerator. Pull-up jumper left lane line, no good. Wembanyama got the rebound. The outlet was fumbled by Fox. It was recovered by Harper. Clock ticks down to 4.5. Harper on the perimeter. Drives up the middle. Hits the spin button. To the rim he goes. It's knocked out of his hands by Towns. Out of bounds, it'll stay with San Antonio. The shot clock at 10. And we're going to have a timeout taken here, I believe, by San Antonio. Timeout on the floor. Got to hit this mute button again, JT.
Okay, I'm assuming that this is a JT Waffle segment because he's actually like properly muted on Discord as well. So, welcome to JT Waffles for the second time today, I believe, at what is 4:10 a.m. on the 9th of June, 2026, Tuesday. To you guys, June 9th, because that makes sense. I'm not gonna get into that at 4 a.m. in the morning. We're getting another official review. Here we go, because that is all we need. Just gotta do the cool stuff on the scoreboard, which you probably won't see because we're on. Be right back.
Timeout called by San Antonio. New York elected to challenge the out-of-bounds decision.
So this is a challenge on the out of bounds. Now they use the word challenge, not review. So I'm going to turn the scoreboard green. Let's see what the verdict is, which is incoming momentarily.
Is to determine that the ball was last touched by Harper's left hand. Therefore, this is a successful challenge. However, New York will be charged with a timeout, and they have no additional challenges.
There we go. So, successful challenge. And with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock. They are charged with a timeout, however, so 2 timeouts each way. Spurs are in the bonus. And we will get back going as the floor resets. And so does the scoreboard. There we go. So inbounded to Hart. Hart just on the midpoint. And Matthew, back to you.
And Hart feeds it in for Shamet, draws a crowd, kicks near corner, Anunoby up top, Towns, head fake, feed Brunson, left corner, Shamet drives baseline to the rim, rejected by Wembanyama! Rejected by Wembanyama! Spurs ball, really tired of coughing lungs out and then having to make big calls because of Wembanyama. Here's to the right elbow, Fox back out. Wembanyama straight on a three, left it short. Harper flies up for a rebound, back to Wembanyama, soars in, lefty layup, hung on the rim, dropped out. Rebound Knicks, Brunson in full flight to the rim, lost the ball, drew a foul. Well, Wembanyama, we know how much he changes games on the defensive end. That just swiped it away from Shamet. It's like 94.
Just a
94 degrees here today, so I'm all
yikes.
messed up.
Just a quick correction on my part. It was 2 timeouts each way. Now Spurs have been given an extra timeout, so it's Spurs 3 timeouts to Knicks 2.
Brunson hits the first free throw, and we're going to get another timeout taken here.
As soon as I say that, it's 2-2 each way. Incredible. Back to literally what I said moments ago.
We are really grinding this game to a halt with all these late timeouts.
It's 4:15. It is light outside my window right now.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we get in the fourth quarters, and then you already have timeouts being called all the time. Then you get challenges. Fourth quarters can be difficult. By the way, I do see that someone has come in and hit the subscribe button, 994.
Hit the button. Hit it.
Smash it.
Hit it like you're Wemby hitting the rim on a dunk.
Winding down Game 3 of the finals, and again, the importance cannot be overstated. First finals game at Madison Square Garden in 27 years. Atmosphere has been overwhelming, but the Spurs, trying to spoil the party, came out like gangbusters at the start, made 9 of their first 11 shots from the field, had a 12-point lead in the first quarter, but then, as always, Knicks rumbled back, scored 42 points in the second quarter, did the Knicks. And just as we've had in the first 2 games, a seesaw affair that gets into the fourth quarter and it's tight. Jalen Brunson, 26 points on the night, shooting 1 more free throw out of this timeout. He makes it 27 points for Brunson on 9 of 22 shooting. Spurs up the floor, 6-point lead. Knick fans to their feet to try to spirit along a stop on the defensive end. Castle finds Fox left wing. He'll glide his way to the baseline. Then he stumbled. And did they call a travel? No. Anunoby ripped it away, and it's out of bounds to New York. There was someone was on the floor over here. Looked like a fan came out on the floor. Fans were calling for a travel, didn't get it. Meanwhile, Brunson's in the front court. Towns high screen. Brunson looks left, looks right, feeds it right. Bridges, return for Brunson, skipped in Bridges, left elbow, out for Towns. A contested 3, skips off the cup and misses. Rebound San Antonio. 3 minutes left, 6-point lead. These two teams are a combined 0 of 15 from 3 in this quarter. Castle a drive and kick. Extra pass Harper. Vassell could not be more wide open, and he misses a right flank 3. Towns 2 hands the outlet for Brunson. Brunson comes up the floor in the time that he loves most, clutch time. He dances on Vassell, stops left elbow, swirled out Hart, back for Brunson up top. He drives the close out of Wembanyama to the rim. It's rejected by Castle. Towns with the loose ball back up, and he got blocked by Fox. Back-to-back blocks, neither by Wembanyama. First, a tremendous play by Castle to knock it off the hands of Brunson, and then it leaked to Towns, and somehow De'Aaron Fox went right up and jarred it away. Brunson inbounds underneath, only 5 to shoot, in for Towns, collapsing to the rim. He has it knocked out of his hands again Out of bounds. Towns thought he got fouled. There was not a foul called. 3 on the shot clock.
We're getting closer and closer to a 24-second clock violation.
Inbound Bridges, right corner, shoveled back. Brunson, pull up, right elbow, jumper, good! Oh, right to the very end of the shot clock cycle. And Brunson hits a major basket. He's got 29. 4-point game as Castle brings it up. Wembanyama and Towns are jousting on the right elbow. Both are wanting a whistle for a foul on the other, none given. Ball given to Wembanyama. Shot clock winding down. It's at 4. It's at 3. Wembanyama's got to go. He gives it up. Castle long range 3. Got it! What a shot! Steph Castle! What a time for San Antonio's first 3 of the quarter. Brunson feeds Bridges at the other end. Dribbles to the foul line, fumbled it and recovered. 10 to shoot with 100 seconds left in the game. Handoff Brunson on the midcourt logo. He's got to go quickly. 4 to shoot, given up. Bridges right corner 3 up. Left it short. Harper secures the rebound. Fox brings it up. Could be a put-away possession here for San Antonio. Up 7, just north of a minute left. Castle handles, Brunson defends. Left arc, Castle drifts right, looks back left. Wembanyama screen. Castle through traffic, gives it up. Right wing stepping into a 3. Harper off the back of the rim. Rebound Hart. Life still springs eternal for New York. Anunoby crashes into the rim and draws a foul on Wembanyama with a minute to go. Anunoby, who has had a spectacular night, will go to the line. Crucial free throws here. Wembanyama got him on the right arm. Anunoby has been a game changer tonight. Needs these 2 free throws. Oh, and he won't get them because he's missed the first. Can still make it a 2-possession game by making the second. Just inside, a shade inside, 60 seconds left in this game, as you can see. Bottom left of your screen. Anunoby looking for his 25th point of the night. Free throw is up, makes that one, 1 out of 2. You got 2 timeouts left both ways, as you see, and both teams are over the limit. A minute is still a mile to go in this one. Castle runs the baseline to his right and inbounds for Fox. Fox brings it up with Anunoby not pressuring. Everyone in the Garden either on the edge of their seat or on their feet. In the edge of their very expensive seat. Fox makes a move, drives down the lane, kicks for a corner. Harper, free to fire. 3 won't go. Brunson secures the rebound. Life for New York still. Brunson steps back, top of the arc, a 3. He's got it! A clutch time 3 from Brunson. Cuts the deficit in half. Mitch Johnson not deciding to take a timeout here. He lets Fox bring it into the front court. About a 9-second difference between the clocks. Knicks are going to play it out and try to get a stop. Fox handles right wing. Beyond the 3, Anunoby defends. Fox to the foul line. Fade back. Jumper is good! Fox pours in the biggest bucket of the night! It's a 5-point game, a dozen seconds left. Timeout, New York. What does the Fox say? Maybe with the last word of Game 3. With a big-time pull-up hit in the mid-range. Knicks were trying to play it out and get a stop. Did not get it. Fox with a huge basket to maybe get the Spurs to the finish line. Still 12 and 2/10 seconds left. So easy to look at the first 2 games of this series and see the Knicks winning both on the road and say that they've got complete control of the series. And in all actuality, they do, but either one of those games could have gone the opposite way. We could have come here at 1-1. We could have come to New York with the Spurs up 2-0. We are being given a magnificent back and forth of NBA Finals and Stanley Cup final games. We've got 2 amazing series all 3 games to start the Stanley Cup final, they've all been 1-goal games. 2 of the 3 have gone to overtime. Meanwhile, here in the NBA Finals, a thrilling comeback in the fourth quarter in Game 1. A 1-point game that went right down to the very buzzer with a shot in the air from Wembanyama to try to win it that didn't go in Game 2. And now a Game 3 here at the Garden with this great enthusiasm and this great atmosphere. It's been back and forth. Now the Knicks, with just 1 timeout left, will inbound near side front court with Hart. On the floor with Towns, Brunson, Anunoby, and Bridges. The starting 5 is out there. Hart gets it in. Anunoby turns, right corner. A 3 up over Harper is good! It is a 2-point game. Anunoby has refused to miss tonight. Sinks the 3, and with 9 seconds left, it's a 2-point game. Mitch Johnson will use his penultimate timeout. Golly, and Harper standing right there, hand in his face and everything. Obviously not doing anything where he would foul, but, I mean, wow. Anunoby has been awesome all night. 2-point game, 9 4/10 seconds left. 1 timeout left both ways. That's very important, especially for San Antonio. If they're unable to get the ball inbounded cleanly, they've got a timeout to fall on. And both teams are in the bonus. And you wonder if the Knicks might take a few seconds to try to get a steal. If that's what they would like to do. They obviously can't take too much time before they commit the foul. And we'll see who the Spurs want to go to the free throw line. This was a team in the regular season, San Antonio, that was kind of just average at the free throw line as a team. 78.7%, ranked 12th in the regular season. 2-point game, final 10 seconds. Will it be the Knicks going up 3-0, which has been an insurmountable lead in the history of the NBA? Or will the Spurs get one back on the road and get back in the series? Castle will inbound far side front court. Gets it into Fox. Return for Castle. Off right wing. They foul immediately on him. 6 8/10 seconds to go. So they ran a play to get Castle to the free throw line. 73% from the free throw line in the regular season. That number is shot up in the playoffs to 81%. Tonight, he's 3 of 4. He needs to make both to get the Spurs to a 2-possession lead. Knick fans hoping, praying for a miss. Castle bends the knees. First free throw is up. He's got it. 3-point game. This guy was a national champion in college at the University of Connecticut. Number 4 overall pick of the draft 2 years ago, and the rookie of the year in this league last season. Ice water flowing through those veins. Mitchell Robinson coming in here for the Knicks. In case they do get Castle to miss, they need as much length out there on the court to secure the rebound so Wembanyama can't scoop up an offensive board and get him an extra possession. So here's Castle with a deep breath. He lowers the shoulders, dribbles the ball 3 times, deep bend of the knees, flick of the wrist. Free throw is good. Spurs lead by 4. Knicks will spend their last time out to be able to advance the ball, but they're running out of time to complete another fourth quarter comeback. 2 clutch free throws from Stephon Castle. Talk about how well the Spurs have drafted. Still one of the best run organizations, maybe the best run organization in the entire NBA, as it was in the Popovich years with Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker, and before that David Robinson. It was the best run organization in the NBA. Perhaps it still is. Back on a final stage for the first time in 12 years. right on the brink of busting back into this series after losing the first 2 games on their home floor. Game 4 of this series Wednesday night. Back here in New York. We'll have it for you on the channel, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow night, Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final in Vegas. That's at 8 p.m. Hope you'll join us for that. World Cup, of course, begins Thursday with a doubleheader. Mexico and South Africa at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. South Korea and Czechia at 10. Between those 2 games, Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. We're going to be with you just about every day for the next 6 weeks on this channel. Hart will inbound. Knicks are out of timeouts. They trail by 4, as you see. The clock very much against them. Hart to try to get it in. He looks to his right. He still searches. He still surveys. He gets it in finally to Bridges, who turns off a right wing 3. Missed it too strong. Rebound in the air. Spiked into the ground now by Castle out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knicks, but there's only 2 seconds left. And all the Spurs have to do is let the Knicks take whatever shot they want. Just don't foul them. Knick fans are heading for the exits. Brunson inbounds near corner. Anunoby rises for 3. He misses at the buzzer, and San Antonio is right back into this series. Game on in the NBA Finals. The Spurs respond in a big way after losing the first 2 on their home floor. They fly into New York and win Game 3 on the road, and for just the second time ever, the first 3 games of the NBA Finals has been won by the road team. The Spurs were never going to go quietly into a dark night. And despite trailing at halftime and giving up 42 points in the second quarter, where the Knicks shot out of their minds in that quarter to take a 7-point halftime lead, it's the Spurs +8 in the third quarter, and then they held New York to just 20 points in the fourth, and they grind out an enormous win. They haven't quite gotten home court advantage back in this series, but they are back in the series, winning Game 3. Pierre Moss jumps in with us here for a moment before we sign off. And Pierre, it was another terrific game in these finals. I'm telling you, what we're getting every night with hockey and basketball in the championship series in both sports is just spectacular right now.
No question about it. I mean, great series, great games across the board. Honestly, the best quarter tonight for the Knicks, I feel like, was the second quarter. Outside of that, the Spurs outplayed them, in my personal opinion. Victor Wembanyama showed up, no doubt. Stephon Castle showed up as well. I felt like the Knicks in the first, third, and the fourth quarters were just a little off, a little out of sync, offensively and defense. Well, not so much defensively, but certainly offensively. They were definitely out of sync. But no excuses. Credit to the Spurs. Credit to Wemby. They got the job done.
Yeah, they definitely did. You know, this was the first time in this series so far that I felt like this felt closer to a regular season game, didn't it? The Spurs making just about every shot in the first quarter. Then the Knicks couldn't miss in the second quarter. But, boy, you turned around in the second half, and particularly in the fourth, both defenses locked down. Neither team could find any space to hit a 3 in that fourth quarter. I think we only saw 2 combined made 3s in the fourth. These 2 teams turned up the defensive intensity when they needed to.
Yeah, they certainly did. And again, the first 2 games of this series were pretty close. The Spurs dropped both of them late, but the Spurs got one late here. So let's see what kind of adjustments the Knicks will make in Game 4, and let's see how the Spurs adjust back in Game 4. We got a series now, and it's going to go back to San Antonio for Game 5 on Saturday. And we'll see what Game 4 brings. But I'll tell you what, I had a chance to go over to New York before the game,
How
and
was
it was an
that?
absolute. Oh man, it was a sea of blue and orange. It was wild.
Well, I'm so glad you
And
brought
mind
that
you,
up. I'm really glad you brought that up, Pierre, because I was going to ask you just the atmosphere of the night tonight with all the celebrities and the President of the United States. People have people have feelings of the President of the United States, but with all the celebrities and the President there and this just the feeling of all of this and the atmosphere itself, I did wonder at the start of the night, would that be too much for the Knicks? Because obviously there's a big home court advantage, but were they dealing with a bit of a home court disadvantage tonight was what I was wondering before. But at the end of the night, I thought they played a game that looked like how they played most of the series, just the Spurs were that little bit better tonight.
yeah, exactly. And of course, with you know who being in the building, I did see a sign. Put it this way, I did see a sign of dislike towards him that I won't repeat on air. But you can pretty much tell where I'm going with that.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, the energy outside the Garden 2 hours before the game was tremendous. I mean, just like I said, an absolute sea of orange and blue. It was an absolute zoo. But I'll tell you what, everyone was pretty much well behaved. I mean, there was a pretty good police presence. I saw some Secret Service officers out there as well. So everyone was pretty much well behaved. But no doubt, New York was definitely ready for their first NBA Finals game since 1999.
Yeah, I'm sure. Truth Social, I'm sure, will be a place to be on at about 2 a.m. I'm sure we'll have a post.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll have a post on that. I was cheered very loudly. It was very amazing.
yeah.
Wonderful people of New York.
That's a great Trump voice, by the way.
I mean,
Wow.
Looking at some stuff on Twitter,
Oh God.
I don't think he was awake to see it.
We are making no
Yeah,
no political statements on this channel. We're just stating the fact that he was there and that there were very loud noises that came from the crowd when he was shown during the national anthem. I'm sure we will go on social media, and there will be a bunch of people, I'm sure, that will say he was booed, and then there will be people that say he was cheered, and we'll have another political fight over whether he was cheered or booed, because that's all we can do on social media. It's a wonderful place. It's just a wonderful place. Oh, my God. Anyway, what do you think the scene will be like for Game 4? Because there's so much put into this one. Do you think Game 4 could even match it just on the atmosphere level?
Oh, I think it will. I think it will. I think it will. And because there's so much love for this team from the fans, from the ex-players to just everyone involved. There's so much love for this team. I think Game 4, they're going to be even more energetic, to be honest with you. Yeah. There's going to be even more energy for Game 4.
Well, and our guy Medic in the comments says it very well, too. Getting into the bonus so early in the third and fourth really did hurt New York.
That definitely hurt.
And I mean, we were following that straight from the start of the fourth quarter. I mean, I think they were called for 3 fouls in the first minute of the fourth. And, I mean, that just changes so much. It allows San Antonio to be more aggressive, to try to seek out free throws. New York has to make a decision. Do they defend as aggressively? But listen, I'm an old school person. I'm always the ones that says, give me that 90s basketball where it's supposed to be hard to score. I loved that fourth quarter. The defenses dug their heels in. I loved that fourth quarter. I know I'm in the minority. Everyone loves the 130 to 125 games. I loved it back when we were doing well to touch 90s in the fourth quarter, but that fourth quarter was really fun to watch from the two defenses.
That was a throwback fourth quarter. It really was. And having watched a lot of that 90s basketball, it definitely threw it back to that era for sure. Both defenses played great. It's just that the Spurs had a little more offense than the Knicks did tonight. And again, it's going to be very interesting to see what adjustments are made by both of these things, because I'll tell you this: neither head coach will be satisfied with the offense.
Yeah.
They'll both be satisfied with the defense, but neither coach will be satisfied with the offense. They'll definitely looking for ways to try to run the offense a little easier, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Tomorrow night here on the channel, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final, Carolina and Vegas after that just ridiculous Game 3. The whole series has been ridiculous. That's coming your way tomorrow night on the channel. We'll be back with the NBA Finals Wednesday night with Game 4 from New York. Then, of course, we've talked about Thursday. Thursday's going to be an amazing day. World Cup opener between Mexico and South Africa. We'll also have South Korea and Czechia later that night. Between those two games, Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. We keep creeping towards 1,000 subscribers here on the channel. I see we've added one more here late. We're at 996. So
Hit the button.
hopefully we'll be on air when we hit 1,000 tomorrow during the hockey. When JT will be with us during the hockey. I'm speaking that into existence. But you can't respond to that, JT. You can't. I'm not letting you respond to that. I'm not letting you.
Respond to the inbox. Respond to the inbox. Inbox responses only.
All right, you got 3 people here that are really wanting to go to bed. Pierre.
Yeah.
JT.
Yeah,
and
for
I.
sure.
For 2 of us, it's not yet midnight. For
4:40
another,
a.m.
it's 4:40 a.m. So,
Wow.
we say goodnight so we can go to bed. Let's get to 1,000 subs tomorrow. Join us for hockey, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you then. But for now, it's the Spurs winning Game 3 and getting back into the final.